Hey, we are back with Lords of Hatred. This is episode 4, and we weren't just spending 40 minutes talking about theology. No, we were not doing that. Instead, we were hardcore preparing ourselves to slip into the roles of these characters. And
we were actually talking about the philosophy of the Force.
Oh, yes, there you go. Perfect,
yeah.
Perfect.
Arguing about Jedi doctrine and Sith doctrine.
No. That's what we do in the game, Carter. So, so where we last left our heroes, they had been stuck in an interesting situation, being attacked by a bounty hunter and his allies on the remote world of Hypori, and Nibbit was flying away in the jury-rigged shuttle that he managed to squeeze one last flight out of. Ren is on board, unconscious for the next 8 hours because of a guy he tried to heal. He tried to heal Torso Boy. He succeeded, but... And is there anyone else on the ship? Did you guys get rid of the... No, you still have...
on the ship.
HK's on the ship.
And that one unconscious Sith is on the ship.
And Torso Boy / whatever his real name is.
Yeah.
Now that he's no longer Torso Boy. They're also on the ship. They're securely fastened, though, so they're not going to cause any problems, at least not yet. But yeah, we last left off with
Hold on, you should read my message first.
Okay, I guess Connor sent me a secret message that I have to check.
Yeah.
Before we go any further.
It'll also imply something else that you're forgetting.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I will allow you to make a roll during it. That could possibly...
Okay. So I'll make my blazer.
Sounds good.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds good. Okay. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. You're a Jedi. Weirder things have happened.
Okay.
I mean, I was about to
doing the recap then, or...
Yeah. Real quick, I was going to say, Kalos and Biaka. Kalos and Biaka try to get on the ship to escape the Mandalorian and his friends, but not the Mandalorian, but this Mandalorian, whatever his name is.
You didn't come up with a name for him, Caleb?
I didn't know, because it doesn't matter until you guys capture him.
Mm-hmm.
But they try to get on the shuttle to get away from this bounty hunter, and Biaka succeeded. But Kalos, Kalos succeeded in throwing Biaka on the ship, right. And Biaka failed, dragging Kalos on with the Force. And so Biaka decided to take one for the team and jump back down to help Kalos, because he is kind of the whole reason that the Sith are after him. So yeah, before we actually jump into the game, though, let's do beliefs and instincts real quick. Make sure everybody's on the same page, and then we can get started here. Ren, let's go ahead and get started with you.
Give me one.
Oh wow, you have 9 fate and 3 persona. Nice.
That's right. Okay, I'm trying to write my last belief as I'm okay. The Jedi are becoming complacent. I will be different. Oh shoot, I didn't finish that. Oh gosh, go to somebody else first.
Okay, sounds good. We'll start with Kalos. Kalos, what's your stuff?
This place is not safe from the Sith, so we must escape. Next, we will escape this planet.
Sounds
This
good.
bounty hunter is impeding our escape. I will defeat him.
Mm-hmm.
This Jawa wants me to be his master. He could be a useful ally if he receives the proper training. I will attempt to teach him the ways of the Force.
Perfect. And then instincts?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Never trust a Jedi or a Sith for that matter. Never leave a challenge unanswered. Never feel the need to lie. Lying is for the weak. And then a bunch of traits.
Yeah, bunch of traits we don't necessarily need to read. Usually these traits would be like stuff I can push on as a GM, but honestly, most of you just have die traits that are helpful to you, so they're not as important to read off. Ren, are you good with yours, or should we move on?
Heck no.
Okay, sounds good. Nibbit,
just do me last.
I haven't changed any of mine since last time. For beliefs, it turns out this welding stick I found is actually a lightsaber. I will use these strange figures to figure out a way to use it.
Mm-hmm.
I will seek to do what is best for me personally. I will find a way off this deserted planet. I want to know more about the strange feelings I've been having since I saw the strange device in this hand. I will ask one of my masters to teach me how to make things float.
Very nice.
For instincts, I have always scavenging materials always look to my own survival and always follow the easiest, most straightforward way to my goal.
Very nice. Yeah, and we always just leave off on traits since we were on low on time anyway today. So,
yep.
Biaka.
My beliefs are I will do everything in my power to keep the location of Korriban a secret and keep my eye on the Sith who has joined us. For now, I will determine if Kalos can be trusted.
I mean, fighting side by side with him. Yeah, that you might figure it out.
I'm like 90% there. We need to get back to the Republic. I will try to convince Kalos to let me and my master decide where we go. So that doesn't really apply right now, right?
I mean, by the end.
It might by the end.
On how long this combat takes.
Okay.
But you can also rewrite that to literally just be, I will make sure that Kalos, like we bring.
I want to protect him.
Yeah, exactly. I will protect Kalos.
I will help him.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll help Kalos on this
Force-forsaken planet. There's not really a god in the Star Wars universe.
On this barren planet.
There you go.
Nibbit needs to be trained by the Jedi and or kept from the dark side. I will not let Kalos influence him. Instincts. Whenever someone speaks ill of the Jedi Order, I get angry and may lash out. I will always seek to honor the Jedi code, even to a fault. I do not trust any non-Jedi until they earn it.
Very nice. All right, Ren. Are you ready?
Yeah, basically. The Jedi are becoming complacent. I will be different. I will start by waking up from this coma and act. The Jedi are right to want Kalos back to Coruscant. I will bring... is it Callus? I forgot. Callus. I'll bring Callus back to... What?
Os.
Os. Callus Oaths. Bring Kalos back to the Jedi Council. I will start by helping to get us off this planet. And then I was still in the process of writing this last one in terms of just phrasing it rightly. But
yeah, do you know the general idea?
The general idea is while I'm in this coma, I want to learn more about the Force from my Force ghosts.
Perfect. Yep. Cool. I'll let you write that however you want. And then your instincts real quick. We can get started.
Yeah. I can never turn my back on those who need my help. Never turn my back to a Sith. Always carry my lightsaber. Prominent scar. Traits are prominent scar, haunted by luminous beings, attuned, empathy, knighthood, sworn to the order, quick and pulse, fearless, and master.
Cool.
You've done nothing but turn your back to me so far.
Well, you're like in terms of like how you were described to us and how you act. You're not technically a Sith. You're not with the Sith. So you're kind of like
you
this
think I'm
like
a Sith, but like
dangerous in between
character. I'm okay.
And I'm also like forced to protect you. So it's like I'm going against my instincts, and I'm super uncomfortable about it.
Yeah,
I'm going to make you even more uncomfortable.
Yikes.
Cool. Yeah. So I think we are going to actually start with Ren, since Ren didn't really get to do much last time. So Connor, would everybody make sure their camera is centered? I know some of you are slightly off.
Definitely
centered.
not playing KOTOR.
Because my camera is aimed left.
All good. I always notice it like after the fact and forget to say.
You need to be centered in little circles. Come on, guys.
Exactly. So, Ren, I think you are back on one of the planets that you fought a battle on at one point, right? With your time as a Jedi Knight or a Padawan in the military setting. One of the missions you were on with your two friends, right? Lurie and whatever we decided to name. I think, did we give a name to that guy last time? I think we did. I think we gave a name to your
rival. It might not be
rival.
In the chat.
Denon Fellis.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what it is.
I forgot. Yeah. Didn't I make a joke about him?
Yeah. Well, you said he needs to have a name like sounds like Weasel or something, and I was like, "What about Denon Fellis?" And you're like, "Perfect."
Okay. Bayless.
Yeah.
Got him.
Oh, got him.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet he wears denim jeans.
Do you have a particular idea?
A thing in Star Wars?
What's that?
Not, no.
Is denim a thing in Star Wars?
I don't think so.
Like denim jeans? Probably. Yeah, I don't think so.
All I know that zippers and buttons do not seem to exist.
No, I'm gonna like watch all 9 of the movies and just like look intensely for like a button shirt and be like, you're wrong.
I don't know about buttons, but zippers specifically were told not to be made. In
okay, so I did a search on Wikipedia, and denim apparently does exist, at least in one random, what is this, novel? Let's see.
What?
Yeah, a Star Wars
like verbatim
Legends
described as like denim.
A Star Wars Legends novel. Well, it's spelled DENYM. Denim was a rugged textile used in the correct construction of heavy labor clothing employed by miners and the like. It helps under harsh conditions and did not require frequent replacement, although the material did tend to fade after prolonged usage. So they're just describing denim. And then behind the scenes it says,
denim.
The spelling and usage of denim is most likely a derivative of the more common word denim.
Denim.
Classic Star Wars to just like change one letter and just be like, oh yes, space.
Oh, you're talking about that never happens in Star Wars.
We need to go to the jeans planet.
The jeans planet.
Well, it's from the
berry blue jeans.
It was from the novel Lando Calrissian and the Mind Harp of Shrew.
Okay, all right. I'm in a force coma. What's going on?
Yeah.
I had to. It's just one of my favorite things to look up random things on Wikipedia because there's just so many random things in Star Wars. So, my question for you, Ren, is, what planet are you on? Do you have an idea for what that would be? Where you would have been in the Star Wars galaxy? Anything particular like noticeable that we would have known about, or just some random thing that we don't need to specify?
In terms of like a planet that I did combat on?
Yes, there was like a war or conflict on it.
What planet could have done that in this setting? Are there any planets that had like a setting that was pre-established, or can I just like make something up right now?
I mean, I'm totally fine with you just making something up. In terms of like, I don't even know if there were a whole lot of like specifically conflicts that, what's it called? Were happening in this period, that we could like draw from. I know the general like planets that were kind of in use during this period. Let's see. This is like what?
Belsavis is a pretty interesting planet.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like a jungle world planet.
Was
lots of like weird creatures on it and stuff.
Yeah, that's the like prison planet, right?
Yeah. In the old Republic.
Yeah, Belsavis is.
So we could have gone there to like.
Yeah, let's say it's like in the beginnings of what the Republic was doing
and stuff.
Well, in the beginnings of what the Republic was doing to make it their prison planet, right? Like maybe it was just discovered, sure. And yeah, maybe some. I mean, we know there was like Infinite Empire stuff there, and the Republic still doesn't probably understand what it is. But it was, let's say you went on you were sent on like there's some sort of conflict that happened where Republic forces were landing and trying to colonize the place, and then they realized that it was like this prison planet, and like some of the prisoners tried to like use technology to get off world, maybe connected with the Infinite Empire or something like that, and you were called in to basically make sure that the crazy prisoners who live in this like eternal prison didn't like go and like attack the Republic.
Okay, yeah.
That's kind of cool.
So
that's kind of fun.
They're potentially like some really old dark Sith lords and stuff like
something like that. Yeah,
they're breaking out and okay.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so we see a jungle landscape. We see the rim of a crater in the distance, right? So we see that this is like a sinkhole, right? So think like a Utapau, but like less. There's just water at the bottom, and more. There's like the planet is dotted with these craters that have jungle life in them, and beyond the craters is like this glacier, right? And because that's what Belsavis is like. And so we see you in like some jungle atmosphere, jungle environment, probably at the head of a squadron of Republic troopers. So we see like the classic, ancient version of the clone trooper armor, what would become the clone trooper armor. these people coming behind you with blasters, firing at what looks like just a ragtag bunch of random prisoners of all sorts of alien species, and they're led by a very strange individual. It's an alien that has I was just going to describe a Rakatan, and then I realized that there was the whole thing that like made all of them lose their force ability, so that probably wouldn't work. Some random alien you don't really need to describe, but obviously has like tapped into dark side powers, and has like become the leader of this like block of prisoners that escaped. And you're fighting all these like random prisoners, and then suddenly, I mean, I'm honestly thinking the sequence is probably very much like the Old Republic trailer, the Hope one, where like they're fighting in the woods and stuff. And you at first we just see like you and the troopers fighting off these like random prisoners, and then suddenly you just like stop and you like turn, and there's like a path like where the prisoners have split, and now there's like this dark hooded figure who's just like advancing towards you, and then I think lights up a lightsaber, but it's a lightsaber whip, just because, you know, weird random alien guy who found some technology on this planet, and so he has like this red whip and just starts like flashing it around. Honestly, think like Balrog's flaming whip from Lord of the Rings. That's kind of like the.
Is this guy like a big, bulky, like massive guy?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So he and he just says in some alien language, something that we can't quite understand, right? And you don't understand it either, but you like.
Okay, so he says that, and then like HK like pops his head onto the screen and is like,
yeah, there you go.
Expletive.
Expletive. Get over here, you Jedi scum. I'll give you a piece of my mind. Yeah, so he's like obviously taunting you, and then I think even like the battle probably stops around you, and you see the prisoners like are hushed and like waiting for this guy to like fight you, and the troopers are also like, are we stopping? Like, what are we doing? And then slowly the prisoners just start chanting, and the guy just like starts to work himself up into a dark side frenzy.
Never shall we die.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so he's coming towards you.
So, okay, do you want me to like act like I'm gonna like do stuff and like roll like it was normal kind of a situation?
Not necessarily. No, I just want to see like how did you? This is like a memory. How did you?
So this is a flashback kind of. I'm gonna guess that the trio defeated him, right? Like I like started attacking him by myself, and then he like started to overpower me, and right as he was gonna like flame whip me as I was like disarmed or whatever, like his arm was like stopped, and Laurie like force stopped his hand, and then my buddy Denon came in and like force kicked him away or something like that, and then we have like this cool like Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon versus Darth Maul scene, except it's 3 people against this one like really big guy. And then we like took him out together just by like overwhelming him with our 3 lightsabers.
Yeah, and I think probably what happened is you get injured during the process, though. You do like even during the part where you 3 are attacking together. I think the prisoners also start firing again. Like everything goes crazy once the other 2 Jedi come in, and so like you're fighting around this giant chaos that's happening, and you're paying so much attention to the dark Jedi or whatever it is, that and you and Denon are like using your lightsabers to just press him forward and forward and forward up against this like giant tree, and he's like cornered, and you're so focused on this that you don't notice that like one of the prisoners, like who's like obviously like a raving fanatic of this guy, like comes in and just starts firing at you, Ren, and you're so focused on this dark side energy that's like coming off this guy that you don't even notice that it's like you, and so you get hit in the side by a blaster bolt, and the guy almost like takes out your head with the whip before Denon like saves you, and then Laurie at that point like, you know, finishes off like force pushes the guy who shot you away, and then Denon quickly finishes off the dark Jedi, and then but you're left like blaster bolt in your side, and Laurie like leans down next to you and is like starting to heal you. starting to use like some force healing techniques and just like putting her hands over you. And she just says, "You always get so focused. When there's a dark side user, you just can't think of anything else. You have to pay attention, Ren."
What else is there to pay attention to? In that moment, it's either fight or death.
You have to make sure to keep your emotions under control. Sometimes I feel like you're slipping. It's one thing to want justice for protection of the dark side. It's another thing to want vengeance.
Vengeance? He hasn't done anything to me yet. He's going to hurt people. He's going to kill people. He's going to kill me. What am I supposed to do? Be calm?
The best warriors are.
And I think he doesn't say anything to that. He's just like, ugh.
Yeah. And so Denon,
he's not like rolling his eyes or whatever. He's just grunting in the pain.
Yeah. Denon comes back over and undoes his light. His lightsaber gets turned off, and he just says, "Well, that was some fight. That alien definitely had Sith training at some point. What is this planet? Would you like to describe Denon for us? What does Denon Fellis look like?"
Oh, I think of a
weasel alien.
Well, I'm trying to think of like an actor to compare him to.
The Smeagol.
Yeah, he's played by Andy Serkis.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Heck yes. He looks like Andy Serkis, right? But like a bearded Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
Like short beard Andy Serkis, but like obviously he doesn't have like the golem facial structure or anything. Yeah. But he or like the creepy smile or whatever, but he has like a definite like connivingness to his personality and his demeanor.
Yeah, so he...
Okay, I was like, you want more description?
No, his
eye color is green, I guess.
I was reading a message now. So, so he says that. He says, that alien must have had Sith training at some point. What is this planet?
Do I know that it is an eternal prison planet?
Not yet.
Can I say that? Or I don't know. Okay, I don't know that yet.
I don't think the Republic is understanding what they found yet.
Well, whatever it is, we better find out soon.
He nods. Are you okay?
Yeah. Let's get back to this. Hey, listen. After this is all done, I think us three need to stay here, and we need to try and figure out what's really going on this planet. We need to delve deeper. And I don't think the Jedi Council is going to want us to. But I think if all three of us stick together and insist, I think they'll let us stay. We can figure out what's going on and save a lot of lives. Are you two with me?
Yeah, and I think both of them like nod. Like they're with you. Like this is like the peak of your guys' time together. And then I think we see, as they're nodding, we see the background slowly fade and Denon slowly fade, and all that's left is Laree, and she's like kneeling next to you, and then she just sighs. Things were so much simpler back then, weren't they? So you're just on like a black background, like there's just nothing around. It was probably like gray.
Okay, sure. So we kind of faded into my mind palace.
Yeah.
I think Ren is like startled at first and is just like, oh, right. I'm not really here. And says, yeah. Sometimes I wonder if we did delve too deep. Wonder what things would have been like if we had just gone home.
A lot would have changed. I would still be alive, for one thing.
I'm sorry. I don't know if I ever really told you that while you were here with me. I am so sorry. And he like starts to weep and like falls to the ground.
It wasn't your fault, Ren. We followed you willingly. Heck, Denon followed you willingly then.
Yes, but I was the leader. I asked you to stay. Of course you had your choice, but a leader takes responsibility.
You're right. A leader does do that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to minimize the burden you took on. I just
now we're here, and you're apologizing for me. For oh, wait, now I'm just confused. Now we're here, and you're apologizing, trying to comfort my emotions after I'm the reason you're dead.
Would you have changed anything if you had the choice?
Yes. I would have saved your life.
I don't think that's...
I would have fought harder. I would have seen it coming.
What could you have possibly done to change that? What we found down there, it would have not even... oh, man, what's his name? Dang it. Not even Odan would have been able to face that monster.
Are we referencing some Jedi Master?
Yeah, Odan is probably the Jedi Master in this era right now. Okay. He's the guy who codified. He's the guy who codified the current Jedi code, right? Okay. There is no emotion, there's peace. That is his thing.
That's crazy. The character I'm playing right now in SWTOR is named Odin.
Oh,
what the heck?
It's Odan, but yeah.
Oh, Odan.
Spooky season.
Yeah, so she says, none of the Jedi could have survived that. I can understand the choice. I can understand a choice such as leaving or bringing more reinforcements or being wiser with our strategy, but simply doing better, Ren, that wasn't within your power. Just like it's not within your power now.
Could have been. It should be. What's the difference between me and Odan? Well, that was a genuine question, though. What is?
Oh,
what's the difference between me and Odan?
Well, I mean, she already made the point that she's not even sure that Odan could have done it, right? It wasn't about pure power in that moment. It was literally just about you could have made some choices.
But she's still implying that Odan is better than me. So what's the difference between me and Odan? How come he had a greater chance and I didn't? What's the difference between us? Obviously, I could be more powerful. So why am I not? Is basically what he's asking.
Years. That's the difference. You only have so much time to get better, and you didn't have enough of them. That's all there is to it. You couldn't have pushed yourself harder than you already did. Ren, you were destroying yourself as it is in those conflicts we went to. Planet after planet. We accomplished great things, but by the end, you were run ragged.
Okay, so a kind of meta talk here. Yep. I think I want to have a vision for my character now of being too self-sacrificial, and I think that's where he's coming from right now, or not where he's coming from right now, but what the idea that just popped into his head is I was destroying myself, but I wasn't powerful enough.
Yeah,
and so right now, what I need to do is figure out what distinguishes people like Odan from me, because sure, he might have a few years on me, but how about the ancient Sith people in there? How do they have hundreds of years more time just because they're aliens, or is there something more that I'm missing? Can I so I guess he says there has to be some way. The Force is all about balance, isn't it? There has to be some way to cheat. There has to be some way to surpass this barrier of time.
That's exactly what Denon was saying. That's exactly what Denon heard you say before he left. Those sorts of things. That's why he left. You do realize that, right? You started questioning the council. You started hinting at power that you needed and didn't have. That is the talk that leads someone down the road to the dark side, Ren.
No, it's not. The talk of power that leads to the dark side is the power to kill your enemies, to overthrow the master above you. You don't understand, 3. We didn't die because we were being good Jedi. Or no, we didn't die. We didn't lose because we were being good Jedi. Or because we weren't being good enough Jedi. We lost because we were trying to be good Jedi. And really, we need to be more than Jedi. Right now...
She just sighs.
Yeah. Right now, what the Jedi are complacent. There's more going on here. There's something deeper.
I remember listening to an old holocron once. Talked about the Second Great Schism. I was listening to a man named Fornin Elikost. And he seemed to say similar things. He said that the Jedi were complacent, that they weren't pushing their boundaries, that they were waiting around for something that was never going to happen, waiting for balance to just occur without fighting for it. He was the man who... He was the first casualty in the 100 Years' darkness. The first person the Jedi killed. He was the first of them to fall to the dark side. I'm not saying the Jedi are perfect, Ren, but you have to be careful. Belsavis changed you. You have to be careful.
Right now, where's careful gotten us? Peace? Or far from it? The Sith defeated? They're on the rise. No. The age of the Jedi is what's complacent.
The time of the Orc has
We need
come.
more. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, Lurie's just like shaking her head.
Okay, so can I make a roll here to reveal more of my Force ghosts? Can I like make a roll to like tap farther into my being? To like dig deeper into the Force ghosts inside of me?
Is this like the final arc of Avatar where you're literally talking to past avatars?
Yeah.
Is that what is going on here?
I'm having a metamorphosis.
David in chat just said, "Looks like Sith is back on the menu, boys."
That's perfect.
Yeah. So you're what are you trying to accomplish exactly? You are haunted by luminous beings, but like, what do you mean by tapping further into that?
Well, so we've only dealt with one so far.
Right.
We've only seen the Re so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
So can I like make a roll or something to like have a different Force ghost appear?
Yep, for sure.
What would that roll be?
Meditation.
Like a Force-wise roll? Meditation. Yep. That's good.
Yeah, the catch-all deal.
Okay, can I fork in Jedi Doctrine?
Yep.
Since I'm trying to talk to a Jedi ghost,
mm-hmm.
not like a Sith ghost.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want advice on Jedi Doctrine.
Yep.
And then can I fork in Force-wise and Force Tremors-wise, since it's quite literally like relating to both of these things?
Yep.
And I'm like in a Force transfer, like coma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's 9 dice, I think.
Cool. So I think this is going to be an ob 6. If you fail it, you will still find a ghost. It just won't be who you want, right?
Of course.
Sith ghost. Let's go, baby.
Well, yeah, because Ob 6 is for clairvoyance is current whereabouts and experiences of someone you've met in passing, right? I don't think most of the Force, the Force ghost I have in mind, it would probably be this. It would be someone like an ancient Jedi master who you like saw a holocron of or some point and like want to tap into, as opposed to, because I mean, Lurie's probably the only person of these people who's like, really well.
Well, yeah, in terms of like she died in front of me, and so like our Force spirits were bonded.
Yeah.
But I was curious to like I trained on Tython. You know what I mean? So like I like have fought on other planets with other Jedi. Yeah, I trained on Tython. I was a child devotee.
No, you would have trained on Coruscant. Remember, Tython hasn't been kind of discovered.
Oh, really?
Yet. I mean, people they know about it, but the Jedi Temple hasn't been rebuilt there. So.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. Well, we'd still have like Jedi holocrons. There's still a Force, like a Jedi Force presence on.
I just think it would be harder to get exactly what you're looking for.
Could I have taken a field trip to Tython?
If you succeed this, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was thinking like, okay, well, like there are other places where I could have come into contact with like the spirits of other Force ghosts. For sure. So, and I also traveled the planet like fighting and stuff. Okay. Yeah. So obstacles 9 or you said 6.
You have 9 dice.
Jeez. That'd have been bad.
Oh.
Wait, why
yeah, you still have the wound, the slight wound. It gives you a +1 op. But hey, you got 5. You have 2 6s and the 1 failed dice you can spend.
Yeah.
I mean, you literally have 9 fate, so might as well spend the 2 and you can reroll 3 dice then.
Yep, I'm definitely going to spend. Yep.
If you spend like 7 fate, you should just be able to come back to life, right? That's how this works.
Well, so if you
Force energy.
So Connor, go to the
I
fate.
didn't do that right.
Go to the top where it says
I just
fate.
roll a 2 because
No. So go to.
Okay.
Got the little dice icon next to fate.
Remaining.
Put remaining knob as 2 and dice of 3.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put dice at 2 first.
No, you have to decide now whether.
Do I just spend both fate at the same time?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, really?
But you have 9, so there's no reason not to.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
There you go. Perfect.
Hey. So okay. Cool.
Yeah, you got another 6 too. So. Yeah. Cool. So you are good on that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It automatically does the 6s again. So you can mark that difficult on meditation, and then just make sure you put the fate you spent in meditation as well.
Okay.
So. Cool. So.
I wonder how many times I've not done that in my life.
So many.
Yeah. Poor Cantarius probably is very underwhelming. Yeah. So I think probably you've been to a planet. It doesn't necessarily have to be Tython. Yeah, let's say Belsavis. Let's tie it back to that. Let's say the person I think
like some ancient Jedi that were like falsely imprisoned there.
Something like that, right? Yeah.
That's so cool. Can I say that they were imprisoned there because they disagreed with like general Jedi doctrine and they were like the rebels of the Jedi in their time, just like I am?
I don't think so. Well, so again, if you wanted that to be your specific intent, you should have said that beforehand. But you just wanted a Jedi who. But I think what idea,
did I specify my intent?
You said you wanted to speak to a Jedi. That's basically all you said.
I didn't really specify my intent.
Unlock another Force ghost who was a Jedi and not a Sith. That's what you said.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But I wanted him to give me like wisdom on like
exactly. No, so I still have an idea in that arena. I just think
I want to learn more about the Force.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. So my idea would be, given what Balsavis is, I think this is a Jedi, right? I think this is one of the Jedi from 25,000 BBY, who lived on Tython.
We're in 20,000 BBY.
We're in 4,000.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. So long time ago, before they even had hyperspace. Hyperspace wasn't really a thing at this point, except for the Rakata, I guess, and stuff like that. But
if we are going so far back and suddenly we know the origin of the Force, I'm going to just call BS.
Well, I mean, they all argued about it anyway back then too. So it's not like we're just going to automatically know it or anything. But and also the Jedi don't even know the origin of the Force either. So
okay.
They had different ideas about it, but it's not necessarily right or wrong. We know that the Force is seeking balance. We've just determined that is a true thing about the universe. But I think the way in which it seeks balance is probably still up to debate, right? I mean, we already kind of knew that the Force already kind of did that because of Episode 1, but because like, you know, we want to seek to bring balance to the Force. That there is something about the balance of the Force which is important that we do know, but. There's all sorts of ideas about how. So I think this guy was a Jedi Ranger, is what they're called. A Jedi Ranger who was imprisoned by the Infinite Empire. You don't know any of that, right? And I think the guy's memory is probably... You probably just saw a holocron of him, right? So it was probably... No, I guess it's a prison planet. He was probably imprisoned. Deep in the bowels of this prison. So I think probably what happened is you had a conversation with him. So, okay, I think this just plays out. This starts to play out in your mind. And we'll do this scene quickly and then go back to everybody else because I know we've been spending some time on this already. But we see this prison area. So it's like, you know, dank, dark chambers, ancient architecture. And then there is one kind of like tube of energy that is just like encapsulating this dude. And I think he's like older, so like 50s. Honestly, I'm thinking he looks like a cross between he looks like Stephen Lang from Terra Nova. The same actor who plays Cantarius in our imaginary headcanon. So like,
since you're the director, you're getting actors from your other shows.
Yeah, well, of course, yeah, exactly. We've seen this guy as Cantarius before, but he comes back to play this character in the weird Star Wars show that we somehow get the rights to do. Somehow, Hellbreaker Studios got the rights to do a Star Wars show, which would be amazing. But we see this guy. So again, like he has salt and pepper hair, has like I'm thinking he looks exactly like the soldier guy from Terra Nova, right? Where he has the like slicked backed hair. He looks very soldier like, but he does have like a more Jedi look about him. So he has like Jedi armor, but he like definitely looks like a Jedi more than a soldier. Big bushy beard. And he is just like meditating like normal, right? Like you would expect a Jedi in this sort of condition to do in some sort of trance. And the three of you step towards him, right? You and Denon and Lurie. And you've just like clawed your way through a bunch of ancient droid defenses, right? To get to this place in your explorations. And you said you stepped up to him.
Oh, that was just a joke. I was just being like, I stepped to him. Like, come on.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what do you do? What do you say?
Well, has he said anything? He's just in like a
force trance.
Thing? Oh, he's alive.
He's alive. Yeah. He's in like a tube.
Oh, he's just a person in front of me.
He's in like a tube of. He's like behind an energy field.
Okay. I thought you were talking about like the holocron.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So I probably I mean if he's in like a shield bubble, I probably like pause and I'm just like, Lurie, Denon, does this seem a little bit odd to you?
And of course, Denon says, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, I think I like walk up to the shield and I'm just like, have you chosen to stay imprisoned or has everyone else just wanted you to stay?
We see his eyes like pop open and it looks up. He says, you use the Force, but you are not one of them. one of the aliens. The nightmares. Who are you?
My last name. My name is Ren Torin, Jedi Knight. I am here because of the outbreak, the prison outbreak of the Sith and the aliens. They're killing people. They're causing untold deaths. We're here to re-imprison them. Just put a stop to this. My question for you is, if everyone else has escaped, why are you still imprisoned? Do the rest of the what would I call them? Do the rest of the dissidents fear you, or do they hate you?
He closes his eyes again and re-straightens his posture, and he says, I do not pretend to understand the whims of the Force.
So the Force is imprisoned you here.
The Force guides all actions of all beings, whether sentient or not. It guides the energy currents in my force field, in the force field that is restraining me currently.
What are you saying? The Force is causing all of these deaths?
The Force knows them, and it allows them.
You're talking about the Force like he's some sort of ancient god.
You were the one who assigned a pronoun.
I think he like turns and looks to Larry and Denon like,
yeah, they're just confused.
Like, what's with this guy? This guy's weird.
Yeah.
He talks like, what's his name? Omran or Odin?
Odin or yeah.
Odin or Ren says he talks like Odin but he's stranger somehow.
Yeah, and that's saying something because this guy's like a human. Odin is like a weird fish alien.
Oh, cool.
So
okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, okay, so tell me, what is your name?
He says, so that's what Odin looks like.
Yeah.
It's on roll 20 right now.
A little bit of an overbite.
Yeah.
Hey, got him. Yeah, he looks freaky looking.
Yep. Anyone who's met him knows he's a very kindly old man, but yeah, he does look a little freaky.
How did you find that?
This is an actual character from the Star Wars.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not making up this guy. Everything I've said about this guy so far is like actually to canon.
Does he talk like the terrorist citizens from KOTOR? Does he say "Ubi Chuba"?
Yes. We only have a limited amount of voice acting capability, so yes. Yeah. So
I asked him what his name was.
What his name was? Yeah. He says, "My name is Venus Ander. I am a Jedi Ranger from Tython. Do you know these words?"
Ranger, Tython. And I'm assuming we don't even know about Tython as of right now.
You know the name Tython, yes.
Oh, okay.
And it's not even that like it's lost or anything. No, it's literally it's just forgotten. It's like the old church the old church building you guys used to use before you got the new one.
Oh,
right?
Okay,
like,
sure.
There's no reason to go back there.
Its significance, really.
Yeah, there's no reason to go back there. We have our new digs, like whatever, but you know about it.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Tython. So you must be ancient. How old are you?
According to my records, I must be somewhere in the range of 21,000 years old. This prison is a wonder. It keeps its victims alive far past their breaking points, typically. Of course, the Force has sustained me.
What would happen if you were to leave?
I suppose I would begin aging like any normal person.
Fascinating. So, 21,000 years old, you must know more about the Force than any of us. And then I'm assuming Denon is probably like uncomfortable talking with this guy now.
He's just like starting to like, So I think Denon probably just says like, how do we know you weren't a Sith? And the guy like cracks an eye open. I don't even know what a Sith is.
That's old. Ren said. Please, we need your help. And he like goes over to the terminal or whatever.
Yeah,
to like
immediately grabs your arm, and he's just like,
yeah.
He just doesn't say anything. He doesn't say anything. He just grabs your arm.
Yep. I'm assuming he's like freaking terrified.
Oh yeah, yeah. Do you use? And he looks at the guy. Do you use the light side of the Force or the dark side? And the man quirks an eyebrow and he says, do you only use one?
Oh gosh, that probably makes Ren tremble too. He's like, oh man, this guy's messed up. I thought you said you were a Jedi.
Have the teachings of the Jedi fallen so far that we've forgotten our most basic tenets?
And what is that?
And I'm gonna see if I can find the Jedi code. They have like a slightly different one.
Yep. That's the one my character espouses to, and this is why. At least he doesn't think the Jedi quite have it right.
No, yeah, this isn't the same one that you're thinking of. This is, so they have, he says, there is no ignorance, there is knowledge, there is no fear, there is power. I am the heart of the Force. I am the revealing fire of light. I am the mystery of darkness, in balance with chaos and harmony, immortal in the Force.
That's very different.
Uh-huh.
And so when you say that, wow, I feel like he has so many like moral questions that have just jumped to the front of his head, but he's like, what am I going to do? Just start asking him one by one? Like, do you like killing children? Like,
yeah. And I think honestly, probably what happens is like, we hear like an alarm start blaring at that point. Right. And like, you guys know, like you look at your compads or something, right? And you can see that like there are life forms headed your way. So I think Laree looks at her data pad and sees this and just says, "Guys, we're gonna have company."
I look at Denon and just give him the stare of like, you know, we have no other choice here, and you know I'm right.
Yeah, and obviously because it's a flashback, he just goes along with you.
Yeah.
You don't have to make a roll.
So he just, I just type in my buttons, and do you want me to roll for it?
No, you don't have to roll to like get him out.
Okay, all right.
This is all in flashback, right?
Yeah. All right,
so you only care about stuff you have to roll for now, for the present.
Okay, yeah. So I type in my buttons or whatever, and I release him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he steps out, and he just says, "Do you have a lightsaber?"
I hand him mine.
No, he says, "Do you have a Force saber?"
Yeah, I just assume I know what that means.
Yeah.
And I light up mine, and I like proffer it to him.
Yeah, he grabs it.
Well, I'm like, I'm assuming this is what you mean.
Yeah, and he grabs it and like twirls it very expertly. Yep. And he just says, he seems to like, I think, Ren, you can tell like he channels the dark side of the Force, right? Because he's readying himself for aggression because he knows there's a fight coming. Yeah. And that's what the Jedi do, right? And so he's just like, and he opens his eyes and they're slightly red, and then just, and then we cut from there, right?
Okay, yep.
So what do you want from this whole situation? Like, you're remembering this, and you're seeing this battle that's happening.
I want him to attach to my spirit.
Yes, right. Of course, you want him to have done that.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I think we see the sequence. We see the guy like fighting and stuff, but he's just he's very powerful, but he's been locked in stasis for 21,000 years. And so eventually it literally comes to a point where like one of the dark side users is fighting you guys and the guy gets killed, right? Before you could, like, you can answer, you have a little bit of back and forth. You can ask him a couple of questions, and he starts to give you a little bit about like some sort of weird like balance between the light side and the dark side of the Force, and you're not sure what he's talking about. And then he dies, and we see Ren just like deflate because he's just like, oh, I wanted to learn. I wanted to figure out what the Jedi actually learned, and
this was my pathway to the like ancient ways.
Yes,
like there is more to the Jedi than this. And I feel like since then, Ren has just like poured over like ancient texts that have like since been like adjusted for normal teaching and like amended different things like that. But he's like looking for like the original texts and is like trying to figure out like what did we used to be and why did we change? But he like could barely find anything.
And so but
since then, it's kind of like informed why he said to Nibbit, like the Force is balance, is because he knows that that's true now, but only because of this guy sent him on this path. Only because Luminous sent him on this path. And
so I think we see the guy get cut down in battle, right? And we see Ren like be frustrated over this, and you guys, you three get into an argument about it, and we're seeing all this as like a series of flashbacks, right? And then when you're suddenly back in the gray area, right? And there's just a door in front of you. And Larie's standing in front of it, and she just looks at you and she says, do you really want to open this door? Do you want to go down this path again? The path that ensured that you lost both of your friends. This was the beginning of it, Ren. Do you want to go back to that time?
I mean, okay, the Jedi Code says something about sacrifice, doesn't it?
I don't think so. I'm sure like the expanded Jedi Code does, but I don't know if like the 10 Commandments of the Jedi Code do. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. Okay, no, I'm going to say there is no ignorance, there is knowledge.
Yeah.
And I open the door.
And Venice Ander is waiting for you on the other side.
Okay, but I do say before I open the door though, I say I turn the knob or whatever, and I look back at Larry and say, if you were still alive, I probably wouldn't open this door.
Her eyes widen and
your life was here to lose.
Her eyes widen and she says, Ren, I am alive in the Force. I'm here right now talking to you. I'm not just a memory.
No. What he means by that is like, if by walking down this path you could lose your life, that's not something I'd be willing to risk. But because there is nothing to risk here in terms of your life.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
And maybe she still says that and he just clarifies like, your life isn't on the line. Only mine is.
Yeah. And I think she just says, you influence everyone around you more than you think. But you probably can't even hear her because you've already walked through the door. Right.
Yeah, I do. And I'm going to influence us to a good place.
Yeah. Okay. And so we can kind of, so your idea, the thing you want to happen here, Connor, as the player, is for you to wake up by like getting advice from this dude. Like obviously we can have like this be a longer thing where you could talk to him and like start to learn the balance stuff. But like, do you want in this moment to actually wake up?
Well, what I mean for this to happen is to like unlock some piece of what the Force actually is in order to wake up, right? So I want to have like a moment of like this person like teaches me something about the Force and it helps me to like force myself awake.
Yeah, and I
think
in
more ways than one. Force.
We would, in theory, play that out more, but
it's taking too long.
Yeah, we've already gone half the session.
Can we flash back to that?
That's
later?
what I was going to say. Okay. I think we just.
Do you want me to still roll for it?
I think you should roll for it now, and then we can flash back to what you learned.
Okay. So this is going to be another meditation roll?
I think so, yeah.
Can I fork in the same things?
What was it? What did you fork in?
Force-wise, Force Tremors-wise, and Jedi Doctrine.
Yes, yeah.
And what's the ob?
Let's see. For this one, you're trying to... let's say it's an ob 4.
Heyo.
There you go.
Got him.
Go. Yeah, so you'll probably have to face the consequences of your... Like, you still have the wound, and you'll still have to get that 8 hours of coma in at some point. But
I can just do it through
push
sleep
it off
now?
for now. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So we just see Ren's eyes snap open, and then we cut back to Kalos and Biaka.
Okay. Yeah.
So we see Biaka land on the rocky landscape of Hypori, force, crack the ground, and ignite his lightsaber, and turn to stand side by side with Kalos against whatever is coming at them next. Do you guys say anything? Do you guys do anything immediately?
He can't understand me, right?
No, yeah, not without HK.
Not without HK.
So, I kind of just look at him and make a Wookiee sound, and he has no idea what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. He
you
can
have
guess
to say
at
something,
least.
and then I'll try to point. You say something. Like,
So-
I come down, and you're probably mad,
Mhm.
right?
Well, I'm always mad. That's a secret.
Oh boy.
I think at this point he's just gonna charge at the bounty hunter head on, because that's really the only way.
So I jump down, and we just look at each other, and you just start going.
Yeah.
And then I'll follow.
Cool. I think first things first, everybody's gonna make a speed test here. Including the Mandalorian and his lover.
Are you assuming you don't want me to make a speed test, correct?
No.
Okay.
His lover?
The pilot of his ship right now.
Oh.
The Twi'lek woman who is in there.
Yeah, no, not the Tenetrak.
Yeah, not the Force beast. That's not his lover. So yeah, he's gonna make a speed test here.
Just roll speed.
Yes, and your ob is 2.
I did it.
Ty goes to the defender, so he is still gonna escape you at this point, but you can roll fate to get over him if you'd like.
Is he not attacking?
No, he's just booking it.
Oh, the bounty hunter's leaving?
No. So again, this is gonna be like how fast everybody is to do the thing they want to do in this situation. So he'll do something in response to you guys if he's faster than you.
But is he the defender though? Or are we all
he is the defender. You're all, yeah, he's the defender.
I'll use a fate.
And then
So do I get it?
yes, you beat him at this point. But you are tied with the pilot. So in this, and then Kalos, if you want to make a speed test too.
Yeah.
And I can't do it again.
Yeah.
Oof.
2.
Yeah, so actually
tie with
for you, Bayaka, might as well just
I have 2 6s.
mark a difficult test instead of routine for speed, Bayaka, because it would have been against her 3 probably.
I have 4 now. Oh wait,
so you have 4. Okay.
Just a second. Okay, yeah, 4.
So Kalos gets to act first, right? That's the situation we're in right now. Kalos, what do? You're rushing the dude, and what do you want to do?
Can I get within stab range?
I think so, yeah.
How do you know that you rolled a 6? Where do you see that?
You hover over the it'll say success. Underneath that it'll say the number. And if you hover over that, it'll say what each dice you rolled was.
Oh.
In the parentheses. So you rolled a 5, a 1, and a 4 on the second.
Mm-hmm.
I see that. Cool.
Does this guy have a jetpack?
No.
Wow, Mandalorian without a jetpack. Very, very, very sad.
I didn't have enough resources.
So, I'm gonna just give him a jetpack because he's an NPC and I can do whatever I want with him. So that's what we see, right? We see him like he got hit by your boulder. He was aligning another shot, like grunting, and then he sees you just book it, and you're doing it with a force, right? Like you're just like like running supernaturally fast with the force, and so he immediately just like, oh crap, gathers up his sniper rifle, and then just like uses a jetpack, and he's gonna try to like make a jump to his ship to just get more advantage in this whole situation. Maybe grab another weapon, maybe let his Terrantech out, something like that. But he's halfway in the air, and then you just make a leap, and you're there, right? You're in the air with him, and you can do something if you'd like.
All right. Is Bioka there with me?
So Bioka's behind you. What's going to happen is, Callus, you're going to do something, then the pilot's going to do something, and then Bioka's going to do something, and then he's going to do something.
All right. So we could theoretically both still help each other out if we...
To get him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Good point. I think let's do this then first. Before you do anything, I'm going to have her, she's going to fire up a turret and try to shoot at Bioka on his way to help you. And if she succeeds, then he can't get you in time, right?
Okay.
I
mean, he has ranged options.
That's true. Yeah, and I'm just saying, like, he'll be limited in what he can actually help you with.
Mm-hmm.
So she is going to roll this.
Lance, you should also roll a speed if you haven't.
Well, he's, I assume, flying away, right?
Yeah,
he's not with us, right?
Okay.
Yeah, he's just.
If you wanted to do something besides.
I don't know. You guys jumped.
Okay.
I don't think he has sensors.
I thought HK told you.
I mean, probably,
No.
but by the point he would tell him, it would be too late. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the front piloting the ship, and you guys jumped out the back.
Yeah. So your ob is for Bioka. So her intent is not to hurt you at all, but literally just to keep you away from the Mandalorian. So you can decide what you want to do to counter that. Like, how would you? Because she's like basically doing cover fire, to keep you away from him.
Can I use lightsaber and proprioception to dodge it and block at the same time?
Yeah. And you can do lightsaber, to like, block them all, and then proprioception. It could be an option if you fail, right?
And okay, so roll lightsaber. I'm gonna fork in force tremors wise.
Yep, that makes sense. Being Jedi, you guys can basically just make an argument that you're always feeling tremors in the Force to do anything, so it's fine for the most part.
I'll let you guys know. World bosses, you still can't solo.
On Sweltor?
Failed.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Not even close.
That's not good.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let me check proprioception real quick. I just want to make sure we actually know what it does.
Mine's low.
I thought proprioception was only for stat.
Yeah, it's only on raw physical stat tests or health tests. You can't use that here, but you can spend 1 fate to reroll 1 failed dice. That is basically the option you have at this point. But keep in mind, she's not actually trying to hurt you. She's just trying to keep you away. So it's
but
you're not gonna get hurt from this. That's, I think, basically you're only. I mean, you do have 7 fate, so it's not like it's gonna hurt you to just bank it on a 33% chance or whatever it is.
I think I have 6 only now, right?
I don't think you spent one yet.
I just used one. Yeah, I did to get 3.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. So, make sure you put that in speed then.
I did. Difficult.
Cool. Yeah, well, so you also have to put the fate you spent in speed, remember?
Oh.
The little bubble labeled F there.
I put it in there. Can I haggle with her? No, I'm just kidding.
You could. They're bounty hunter.
Yeah, but you'd have to actually get there.
Can I try to pick up a rock to block her shots again, like I was trying to do?
I mean, the issue here is basically if she succeeds on this roll, if you fail, then you don't get to act in helping Callus.
So can I?
This isn't necessarily a damage roll that you'd be blocking.
So yeah, basically what I'm saying is your options here are either to spend one fate, bake it on like a 33% chance of succeeding.
Yeah, I'd say save the fate because this roll is only to give me a +1 potentially.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So it's not super bad if you fail or anything.
And I just get shot.
Yeah. So again, you don't actually get shot.
You're just not able to help me.
You're not. Yeah. We just see like a turret pop out of the ship and just like ping the ground around you. You're too busy blocking any bolts that are getting near you to help Kalos with what he's doing. So we see Kalos, jump into the air and try to intercept the bounty hunter. What are you doing? Are you literally just going to go for the kill?
Oh, dude, I am gonna just go balls to the wall right off the bat and tap hatred.
Okay. Yep. Fair.
And the aesthetic for that is I'm just channeling like lightning into my saber.
Perfect. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just flying into the air after him. I'm just gonna try to rend him in two.
Sounds good. Yeah, I think his defense is literally just going to be he's going to try to aim a shot and just shoot you in the face, point blank, before you get to him.
Yeah.
So real quick, I'll add up his dice and roll it so you can have an ob to fight against. Okay. So let's see. Fugitive wise, deserter wise, runaway wise, assassination wise, bounty hunting wise, blaster wise, Jedi wise, killing wise. So he has 8.
I'm not Jedi.
Dice.
I ain't a Jedi.
You were a Jedi.
Oh no,
it definitely counts. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You have Jedi training. Yeah. And then he doesn't get extra dice for his weapon or something. Is that what you said?
He gets 1 dice because he has a superior quality.
Okay, perfect. I think that's it though.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
I think there might be more, but
all right, Ob is 7. He also got a bajillion 6s, so you know what? I'm probably just gonna spend that.
He
for him.
doesn't.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Used all those last session.
Well, he got more fate for working on his beliefs, dude.
I know. I'm messing with.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, your Ob is 12. Good luck, Kalos.
Wait, so he rolled a 7 with 6 or with 5 6s?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Right, and you spent a fate point.
I spent 2 fate points to reroll 5 6s and a 6th failed dice.
Oh wow, that's still he got 5 out of 6 successes.
Yep,
that's
he rolled.
nuts.
He rolled 6s 3 more times on that roll.
All right. Well, I am obviously going to roll lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
So I get +1 for my superior quality.
And I think while you're flying through the air, we just get like a shot of him, and he just says, "That's right, come right to me, Jedi," and then he just tries to blast you in the face.
I'll fork in 1 for telekinesis because I'm gonna fuse electricity and telekinesis.
I mean, you literally use probably telekinesis to fly or throw yourself into the air. So yeah, that's fine.
Can I use intimidation because I look scary?
No.
My big boy Sith armor.
No.
Darn. Force wise.
Mm-hmm.
Strategy and/or tactics.
No.
Okay.
This just seems like reckless abandon.
Yeah. Soldier wise, force tremors wise, and then 5 points of hatred. I mean, it's possible. Base obstacle is what is it? Again?
12.
Oh. I got so many 6s.
Wow. Yeah. 11 out of 12, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6s. So you can spend 1 fate for 5 dice, 2 fate for 6 dice.
I only have 1 5. How many 4s do I have?
You have 3 4s.
Is it 3?
2 5s and 3 4s.
Is it 3 fate to reroll all the 4s too?
So if you wanted to spend 4 fate, you would reroll all of the successes and 1 failed. So you'd roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 dice. If you spend 4 fate.
I'll do that. I've got fate to spare.
Okay, make sure you put that all on lightsaber.
Oh yeah. I've been bad about that. Oh, not 45. Okay. So what's the little?
Yeah, so if you go up to the top where your fate pool is, there's a little dice next to the fate pool.
Oh, okay.
Just click on that, put the remaining obstacle and the remaining dice, or the dice you're rolling.
What's the remaining? The remaining
just one. And dice 12. There's 100% chance that this will happen statistically.
Not 100. Not 100.
In terms of actual statistics, 100% chance. But in terms of rounded up actual statistics.
This will help and determine how much damage I do, though.
Yeah. That's true, yeah. Only 3 successes.
That is
12
insane.
Dice. That's really bad. But yeah, so you get only 2 over.
Yeah.
So that means let me find the lightsaber.
And I get listing. 3 extra power.
Yes, added to the what would be the wound. Yeah. I will find that listing here.
It should still be a decent amount since I have a lot of power.
Yeah, so the add is 1. So you do get a superb hit on this. Yeah. The normal power of a lightsaber is 4. What is your power?
6.
And then plus 3 for the...
Yeah.
So that means it's a 13. Yeah, 13 power is the thing that we're calculating from. Yeah, which means 1.5 times 13. Rounded down.
I'm not good enough at math.
Someone smart. 19. You did a B19 wound to this dude.
Was that good?
I mean, that's not even a thing. B19 actually is impossible. You actually got more than that. Yeah, you did so much damage that you actually went into the grayscale. So B16 is the highest you can get, and then it goes to G1, G2, and G3. You
David, did if you're listening, are you proud of me?
You did a G3. I think that's how it works. I think if you go past the B16 on the black scale, you go into the gray scale. I mean, either way, it totally kills him. It's mortal wound.
He has a persona though. He can survive.
That's true. Well, is it
true? Definitely.
No, he probably does have one persona. He probably, at the very least, completed the goal of finding you.
And setting a trap.
Yeah. So, I don't know what he could change this to, though. Okay, so I'm trying to think of like a situation here where it could see, it's like the classic Star Wars. It looks like you killed him. He fell into the Sarlacc pit, but somehow survives, right?
I mean, Darth Maul survived being cut in half. He just has robot parts.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm terribly interested in you guys like having to even really. Okay, this is what happens. Kalos, you leap into the air. You do a perfect swing, but somehow you're not even really sure how, but like because he spent a persona, right? The force is just not with you. And instead of getting a perfect strike where you cut him in half, he somehow does the perfect little micro jetpack burst. Well, probably even like he probably turns off his jetpack briefly. That's probably what happens. And it ruins your angle and he turns his back and instead you just destroy his jetpack. And so it explodes, the jetpack explodes and sends him flying into his ship, into like the outside piece that would lead into the engine, right? So you see him fly into the engine and then the entire ship just explodes. Right? And so we know as the audience that somehow he's going to survive this because he spent his persona point. But for your guys' perspective, you managed to just, he's gone. The ship has exploded. And I don't think there's like a lot of time to think about it because you like land and Bianca is like standing there like, whoa, what just happened? And that's when you see
the dark side, baby.
Exactly. That's when you see a Sith cruiser above you. In the atmosphere. You recognize it. It's Ex-Harcoons. And you know, like the bounty hunter found you guys, but the Sith were right on his tail. So you don't have much time to investigate or do anything. You need to get out of here now. So we're going to cut back over to Nibbit. And Nibbit, are you were just like you succeeded on the roll to get the ship to a safe location, right? Where you could find another ship, right? That was the idea.
I believe so.
Do you want to describe that for me? Like where do we find the ship when Nibbit lands it again?
Oh, like
is it another crashed ship that you guys find? What is the situation?
I'm figuring that it's probably a crashed some crashed ship just out in the boonies of this deserted land.
Yeah.
And I been piloting for like maybe 5 minutes or so away from the others, not knowing that they're gone. And I find something, go over to it. I'm assuming at some point Ren is going to tap my shoulder or something.
Yeah.
But.
And sorry, you said what was the ship like that we found? I heard the last.
Just a crashed ship. That's Perfect. All I really can give you.
Cool. Just want to make sure there wasn't anything more specific. Cool. So we just see the ship, the shuttle, like kind of like shakily land right next to this ship. And I'm thinking this is probably a, let's go classic here. It's in the vein of every. It's the precursor of the Ebon Hawk, right? It's whatever this era's freighter ship is that we all know and love as being the smuggler freighter ship that every Star Wars character has to have at one point, right? The Millennium Falcon will, in the someday distant future, be the same type of ship, right? So it's one of those kind of freighter type ships, and it looks like it's honestly pretty pristine once you actually get out and look at it. You can probably just see it through the cockpit because the Ren's probably going to come up behind you before you get out of the ship. But you see it's basically mainly just like buried in dust and debris and stuff. Like it looks like it was just abandoned here. And it's probably perfectly fine. It just was like, it's probably a little run down and has a little weather beaten. But yeah,
I'm assuming
so you can see.
It's probably like a dead battery or like
at the very least something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would be getting.
You can probably scavenge pieces from the shuttle to fix it. So.
Yeah, I would probably take pieces from the broken down ship and connect a pipe or two over, just stick it in and like moving power over.
Yep. So Ren, you woke up at one point during this transit. Let's just say the ship has already landed, and then you wake up. Do you go find Nibbit right away? What's the situation?
So I don't really know what's going on though. Like I didn't know there was a Mandalorian. Yeah. I had no idea. So and Nibbit is on the ship with me?
Yes.
Yeah. So I
was
assume
figuring I was outside of the ship.
Well, yeah. Probably at this point, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, well if he's not on the ship with me, then yeah, I probably just look outside, right? Or well, first of all, I see that the one guy, Torso Boy, is still alive.
Exactly. Yep.
And I like smile and say thanks, Three, and then I run outside and I'm like. I probably just sense a disturbance in the force or whatever, and I run outside and I see Nibbit. And
Kang. I'm just hitting my lightsaber, like just the blunt of it against something.
What are you doing? Yes.
Yeah, there was. I don't know how to tell you this, but I think you and I are probably the only ones that are still alive. So we need to go. I think there's a bounty hunter trying to kill us.
So as soon as you say we're probably the only ones still alive, I just go, Bianca, Kalos, and just like run.
I mean, yeah, you're definitely far enough at this point that they literally, like, you're
There is a bounty hunter or something that's trying to kill us.
Yeah, I don't know if he pays much attention to that. I think he just I think he hears you and he's just like, "Where, Nibbit? Where?"
Okay, I'll tell you if you promise that we won't go back that way.
You don't have to, but I have to.
Master, I am trying to protect you. This man is a real danger. He was taking us out like there was nothing.
Man. Listen, I have to do this.
Master?
Bianca is my friend. I trained him. You have to tell me where they are.
I mean, Nibbit, the easy answer is literally like, you can't run there. Like, we went far enough in this shit that you will not reach them in time.
Master, if you promise me that you will teach me how to use that cool space magic, I will fix this. I will fix the ship, and we will go back there. Is that a deal? Will you teach me space magic?
I already promised to teach you space magic if you'll stop learning from Kalos.
Oh, no. I'm going to learn from both of you, and I'm going to figure out how I feel.
Oh my goodness.
An open relationship.
Okay, as soon as you say that, I think Ren just kind of realizes after his little force coma, like, Nibbit can become a Jedi. Like, if he learns both sides of the force, maybe this is exactly what, what's his name? Vizian?
Venice
intends. Or maybe I like flashback to me and him talking, and he's like he must learn both sides. And
Master,
I'm like,
Master, you still there?
all right. Yeah, he just says, "You've got yourself a deal." And in fact, I might learn a little bit from Kalos too.
Cool. Okay, what I'm gonna need is a AG-5200 from the ship, and we need to use it over here. In this part.
Just starts going off on jargon. Yeah,
there is no way Ren knows what any of those are.
Yes. But yeah, Nibbit, you want to make one more jury rigging roll before?
Can I help him with something?
Yes, you can help him with telekinesis at the very least, right? By lifting things.
The go-to help Nibbit with stuff. Okay.
So jury rigging, let's figure out. So I assume, what is your intent with this?
At this point, I know in my mind, there's still a ship over there that works. So in Nibbit's mind, he's
this
like,
is an ob 2. This is an ob 2. This is rerouting power. Yeah, this is rerouting power. As you said, like, it's just an abandoned ship. All you need to get is like, it's just a dead battery. So it's going to be an ob 2 jury rigging test.
Okie dokie. There it is. Okay. Do I have any help or advantages?
You could meditate beforehand to give yourself some extra dice. If you'd like to focus your energy.
Connor could flub some reason for telekinesis to help, because it always helps.
So this is a links test, or am I just...
No, you can just help them with it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can mark an ob 2 telekinesis test, but it's not gonna, I don't think, do anything for you. You have a high enough
meditation. Do I have to use fate? I forget.
No. Meditation and lightsaber, you don't have to.
Okay. So that's one for me, and then Connor's figuring out if he can help me at the moment. Scavenging, does that help?
You can. I don't think you need to roll scavenging in this situation, right? Like, and I mean, so again, you would have to roll it to get a bonus die, which I suppose you could attempt. Okay, yeah. This would be the link test you could do. You could do scavenging and fork in component wise, pirate wise, because of the ship, the freighter ship being like a pirate or smuggler vessel. And probably just those two, if you would like. And I think it'll be an OB2 scavenging test to get the link test.
Okay. 2. Okay, wish me luck, guys.
Yeah, so it'd be 2 modifiers and 2 OB on that one. Yikes.
Okay.
No sixes.
No 6s.
Yeah.
I'm having great luck. And that doesn't get me anything.
You can spend 1 fate to reroll 1 failed dice, if you'd like to mitigate the failure, at least.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, 50-50
life
chance.
is short. Okay. Need to find that one. And you always tell me to...
At the very top,
paste.
next to the fate. So yeah, so you can actually go up to the top, where your fate is listed.
Right.
And just click that little die. Put a 1 die and 1 remaining OB. Yep.
Okay.
Yikes. Well, make sure you mark that you spent fate in meditation or in scavenging. Let's see, but you can do a meditation test at OB2 to get some extra die.
Yep. Okay. So how many in total for the jury rigging?
Well, so you have the roll meditation as well.
Oh, I have to do that as well.
Yes, yeah.
I'm just going to fail this more.
OB2 on that. I mean, you are rolling the same amount of dice, so it's definitely a possibility.
Okay. Do I have any help or anything with this? I'm assuming not.
I don't think so, unless, well, I mean, Ren could help you meditate.
Yeah, this is going to be our first training together, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I have 1 help. Up to a...
Yep, so you'll at least get a die from that, but you will have an increased obstacle that you'll put at the very last field.
That doesn't give me a circle thing for meditation, right?
It does not, no. Yep.
Okay. Okay, back to jury rigging.
Did you mark your routine for scavenging, though, that you got?
No.
Cool. Now you just need difficult or challenging on scavenging to upgrade it.
Help and advantages. 1.
So jury rigging, yep, 1 help and advantages. It's going to be OB2, and then you're going to put 1 as the extra complications.
Base OB2.
Yeah, so the shuttle has basically been stripped clean at this point, right? There's not much to help in this situation. Ooh, okay. You did get a 6. So you could spend 1 or 2 fate to reroll 1 or 2 dice.
You really need this to work, so I'll use 2 fate, because what else?
Wait a second. You forgot to add in his telekinesis. Ren's telekinesis to that. So you can reroll 1 die just by itself before you have to spend any fate. So
type.
Go ahead and paste that without the period.
Wish me luck.
Nope. Okay, so you will have to spend some fate. Great job, Ren. You didn't help at all.
Spend 2 fate.
Yeah, this seems kind of important.
Remain up 1.
Mm-hmm.
Dice 2.
Oh, yikes. It's so bad. Okay, so you can get jury rigging as a skill. So you did get that.
Hey.
Where do I put the 2 fate that I spent? Do I put that in jury rigging?
No, because you didn't have the skill when you did it, you'll put that in, I think you've been putting them in agility. Yeah, agility.
Okay. So I'm up to 7 fate.
In agility, yeah.
I don't know what it's used for, but I have a lot of it.
Yeah, you need to have all 3 types of fate or all 3 types of Artha on it for something to happen. But yeah, you got the fate category covered. So jury rigging, I think, starts at, let's see.
I use my persona to somehow fix the situation.
Jury rigging at 2. No, you have to spend it beforehand.
Yep.
But he didn't know that.
It's fine. Fine.
I wouldn't have recommended spending it anyway because he only has 1. So.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I don't think it's like you aren't able to reroute the power, right? I think there's definitely enough. It's just like there's it's not as clean and easy as you think it is.
Is it just going to be a time thing? Basically, we can't get there, start going back as soon as we'd like.
Maybe. Yeah, let's say that's what it is. Yeah. So you can tell that it's working a bit, but you're like, this cable is busted, right? Like the
and really bad charger.
It's a really bad charger. Yeah, it's just barely enough.
You have to finagle it to get the right angle.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's definitely enough that eventually it will be charged, but it's a low power charger for sure. It's very slow. You're plugging your phone into your computer, which is not charging efficiently.
I'm sorry to say this. Let's just say the flight has been delayed, and we have to wait until the weather clears up before we can allow passengers back on the flight vehicle.
But we can't do this. What do you need me to do? How can I help?
The only thing that could speed this up is if we had somewhere to just make energy, like lightning come from the sky, just straight into the battery. If you had a way to do that, we would be fine. But
Ren, you know what you must do. You know what you must do.
Well, do I have this? I'm
gonna look.
Skill to do
I'm gonna
that?
look
Do I
and
have the
see if it's
ability
possible.
to?
Yeah,
you're welcome.
that's actually amazing, Lance. Yeah.
Could I roll to learn that somehow? I don't think I can. I think it's a spell.
Yeah. Let me just double check. The Sith may test hatred in order to cast the following sorcery spell. I am fine with. So the little things that it has here, where you get aptitude tests for hatred, is when you succumb to fear or anger, you test a stat, skill, or their health to prevent the loss of something dear to them and fail. They may burn a persona point to roll that test. So there are options like this already. I'm down with just coming up with a new one. Because it's not like it's impossible for a light force user to, like, in a moment of anger or fear, like, to use a dark side power. So I definitely think this is a possible test you can make. So I'm just trying to figure out what it would be.
You're definitely getting angry at Nibbit at this point. It sounds like you have the spark.
So I think you. Okay, I'm going to let you do this. I'm going to let you spend a persona point, if you would like to test this.
Well, it depends on how, what skill am I using?
So I think what you're going to do is, I think you're going to, we're going to look at what your hatred would be if you had it, and that's what you're going to roll.
Okay.
You're gonna temporarily for this scene get hatred.
Okay. All right.
So
could we also, if we go down this path, character wise, are we able to workshop how the empathy and hatred stuff works to have a cool, interesting story place for it, or because in the rules you just have to have one or the other.
Have one or the other, yeah.
So how do we before I decide I want to try and use force lightning, what's the gimmick here?
It really depends. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what we want as players from this campaign. Are all of us as players interested in the idea? Do we want it to be possible in this world to have both light side and dark side in this capacity, or should we make it Ren is that's the thing I'm wondering. I'm wondering if this is just going to push Ren to the dark side, or if there is a possible way to balance the two.
I think there should always be a role for it regardless, but it is possible in Legends canon, because the Gray Jedi or the Gensarai use dark side powers. They're,
Well, so another option for this idea though also is I just straddle this in terms of philosophy and character. and it doesn't come out in the rolls as like use force lightning, and maybe I just like try and like do an incredible like telekinesis thing and just like fly us there with telekinesis.
That's also a possibility. I'm definitely down with the idea of like letting it be kind of up in the air whether or not you can have both until we get to the point where Ren would, and then figure out whether or not he just turns to the dark side or if he can somehow balance these two. But I don't think we have to answer the question now, even if we did want you to spend the persona and roll lightning. But yeah, you could also do telekinesis if you'd like to. That's certainly an option. Like you could literally just fly the ship there like that. The issue is then it would stop charging because the cable isn't that long.
I mean, I can charge it.
Right.
That's true. Kalos could charge it actually.
Yeah.
And you probably know that, Ren. Yeah, I mean that could be the middle line.
I guess
I think that's probably a good compromise. Ren uses telekinesis to move the ship to Kalos so that Kalos can charge it. Right? You're not.
So, yeah, I'm fine with that. I guess what's more interesting for everybody else too. Like, is that an interesting concept to play with this idea, or would somebody rather be like?
There's a reason why I brought this up, because I thought it would just be interesting. But if it's going to completely mess up the game, then we can obviously go a different route.
No, I don't mind either way.
Yeah, me either.
I just didn't want to end up having it be like, where I just turn to the dark side and don't have a choice in the matter.
I mean, yeah, in the rules of the game, what this is doing is if Ren decided to go down this path, he would turn toward the dark side. That's what's happening in the game rules.
Right.
You would get an aptitude test for having hatred. Because in the rules of the game of Star Wars, like the setting,
right,
you either turn like the pole of the dark side is the problem of the setting.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like I'm gonna go with a more balanced like character meta or like rules meta in that sense. I'll just telekinesis.
Just telekinesis sounds good.
Yeah,
right. I'll eventually roll a Sith doctrine roll to make it so that you can use the dark side.
Well, but then we end up changing the like mechanics of the game is the issue, not necessarily the world itself, but. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I'm down with just telekinesis roll. Okay, yeah, Gail, give me the ob.
Yep, I'm gonna have to look.
This is not gonna end well.
You could just lift us, and I feel like that would be 100 times easier.
Most likely, but
we also I don't think we're gonna be able to kill this guy. We just need to escape.
Yeah, knowing what we know about the situation, this would be the easiest way to escape, is him actually bringing the ship over there. Because if he just telekinesis you guys over there, then the Sith cruiser is coming, the bounty hunter ship has exploded, you guys are just stuck on a planet, right? Like, so for you, Connor, it's going to be an ob 5.
Okay.
Ob 6, because you're gonna have to move it over such far distance.
You said ob 6?
Yes.
I will cheer you on in my shallow ways.
You can make a meditation roll beforehand to center yourself.
Oh, okay. I'm definitely going to do that. What's the ob on that?
I think an ob.
And hold up though. And as I'm doing this, I'm going to recite Jedi Doctrine.
I would like to try to help him. Can I try? Because I'm trying to learn telekinesis. Can I somehow help? Or is
you
that
can
not
you can
allowed?
make a linked test with telekinesis, but that's more likely to just fail and give him.
You could roll a jury rigging roll to give like a little maybe like boost of some sort, like get the engine on just a tiny bit.
That's true. Yeah, you could do that. Now you actually have the skill.
Yeah. Okay. So what would be the ob for that?
Just an ob 1, I think.
Okay. And I don't get any forks or
you can now if you look at if you can make an argument for any of them, because it is your skill now, so you can fork like regular.
Well, I could scavenge things from the ship.
Yeah, I think we've just component wise, I definitely think counts for sure. I think that's probably the only one though.
Okay, just
Uncharted wise,
yeah, just the one.
Planet, let's go.
Doesn't work that way. I never get to use that skill.
No.
Okay.
Flying it over an uncharted planet.
You said Ob 2?
Yes.
Or Ob
No, Ob 1. Yeah. There you go. Yep, 1 dice for you, Ren. There.
Time to time, there's just a little sputter from the
yeah.
From a
Well, Nimit's obviously riding on the ship, trying to like coax out of it anything
on top.
Yeah.
Don't forget to mark that routine.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Hey, you're gonna need those.
Okay, so that's just 1 extra die for me for
one
my
extra die.
end roll or meditation?
For your end
no,
roll.
obviously end roll.
Yeah, your end roll. So go ahead and roll meditation. You can fork in Jedi Doctrine to meditation.
Okay, and force wise, obviously, and force tremors wise.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
This could be an Op 3 for meditation. No, actually, the way that meditation works in this instance is like you have to prepare yourself for the task itself, so it's the same Ob. It's Op 6.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Because usually it's like a versus test.
Well, then I might as well just. Make the roll then. Because if I succeed on the roll that helps me make the roll, what's the point?
That's fair.
Is that how meditation works?
So meditation this application of meditation, I'll find it in the book and we'll read it off. I just want to make sure that I'm correct on this. It seems to imply that that's the situation because it says, using meditation, a character may center before taking a test for another skill. This is a linked skill test. When centering for a versus test or detailed conflict, make a versus test between the meditation skill and the opponent's skill. If meditation wins, the character earns a +1 die advantage. So obviously it doesn't say that explicitly, but the intention is you're meditating to prepare yourself for the task. And so a versus test, if you're doing a versus test as the thing, you're making the meditation roll against their skill. So it sounds like you're making the meditation test against the thing that you're fighting against. Because it doesn't give obstacles otherwise, right?
Right.
The only thing it says is you make a linked test. And if it's a versus test against their skill. Not their meditation, it's against the skill they're rolling in the versus test against you. So that seems to imply the obstacle's the same. Because it would be in a versus test, right?
But then what would be the point? Like, why would I ever do this?
I don't know. Let me look at the meditation obstacles in star systems real quick and see if there's a different idea that it has here. Because you're trying to prepare yourself. I'll give you. Let's make it an Ob 3.
Okay. Yeah, as long as you see the point and don't think I'm just trying to. I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm confused myself as to what meditation is trying to imply with any of that. So I just don't know what to make the obstacle really.
So what did you say the Ob was then?
Make it 3.
Okay. You make it a 4.
Sure.
Okay.
Make it a 4.
I still routine.
Yeah, because you were having a bunch of advantages.
You have 6.
Yeah. You have 9.
But you have 6 base. You wouldn't have gotten. That would have been a routine regardless.
Oh, because it has to be 6 then in order for it to be difficult, right?
Well, no. If you hadn't used your forks there, because you had your wound, there would have been an Op 5, so it would have been difficult.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
anyway,
you get a die.
Okay, so now we're at telekinesis.
You get 2 die,
and
2 dice.
I can
Jedi
2 dice from Helvet. And then can I fork in force wise?
Yes.
Can I also fork in force tremors wise?
Yes.
To help me,
Certainly.
Okay. And then. Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else. Yeah.
The only other thing I was thinking about is warding.
No.
To help shield it from any potential damage, but that's also an activated.
That's a different thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is blaster deflection basically.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think it applies here.
All the while he's meditating, Bianca and Kalos are just fighting for their lives.
Yeah. Yeah. After he makes this roll, we'll come back to them.
And then the Ob is a 6, right?
Yep.
Okay. my goodness.
Right, because it's automatically open-ended and you got
oh my goodness. 7 6s.
7 6s.
I think that deserves a 2 advantage dice.
No, this is the roll.
Oh, I thought okay. Oh yeah.
And it was still a routine for you.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so
you just send it into light space.
we don't even need to fly. Just fly it in space with your telekinesis. No, so Ren, yeah, we definitely see the Yoda moment where you just like perfectly. Da, 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 da. And so,
but it flies a lot faster, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah, for sure.
Okay, good.
So
because when Yoda did it,
holding on to the top, flying.
Yeah,
he didn't get into it, and he's still trying to get the engine to burst.
Pivot, hop on.
So Kalos and Biyaka, you're standing in the Mandalorian ship is like smoking and on fire and stuff. And you're standing just in this like empty landscape, and you see the Sith cruiser appear above you. You don't know where Nibbit went. What would you do?
We saw the direction he went, right?
Yes, you could just, I guess, start running in that direction if you wanted to.
I sarcastically go, "Hey, Biyaka, what do you think we should do?"
And I just go, like, really, dude? But I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely see like fighters start to come out of the.
I mean, we saw which way Nibbit flew, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least it looked like he just went in a straight line.
Seems like it.
Yeah, let's go.
There is a little oopsie trap I want to step before I leave, because okay. I take it the Tenectorac. Can I sense it's still alive in the rubble?
Probably. I mean,
and I got a decent roll when figuring out if I knew where that was, so I'd assume that's nowhere near enough to kill it. I would like to roll. I assume this would be a meditation roll to leave like an imprint of myself in this area,
like a force imprint.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I assume that would be
yeah, meditation of 4.
Oh, this is I'm on Nibbit's character sheet. Whoopsie. All right, Ob 4. Mm-hmm. I'm going to fork in Sith Doctrine, Jedi Doctrine, Force Wise, and Force Tremors Wise. Mm-hmm. And you said it was Ob 4?
Let's make it an Ob 5, actually. Because this is about the distance. So this will stay, if you do Ob 5, it'll stay for thousands of kilometers. And so it'll be it'll work as intended for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So it won't go away.
Well, I guess I should have specified earlier, but my quote unquote intention is to leave like an imprint here, then to myself like hide my presence like I usually do.
Yep, that makes sense.
To lead them to the Tenectorac.
Oh, right, for the Sith to stay there. Okay, yeah.
So the Sith will get eaten by it.
Yes. So yeah. That I think that's probably what happens then. Except for the fact that, well, this is the issue. The cruiser, the fighters are already coming down. They at least see the ship is on fire. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to roll something against literally just normal sight at that point, right? Like it's one thing.
It takes a while. Like if it just showed up, it takes a while.
I mean, it might have showed up while you guys were fighting. You didn't notice.
Okay. Seems like we're changing the narrative a little bit. Oh.
I mean, you're literally gonna have to run kilometers at this point, right? So you're gonna have to make a roll because they're eventually gonna. Mm-hmm. Someone's gonna use.
I mean, I think you underestimate sight. Because like jets flying just like above just barren land aren't going to see 2 people running.
Yeah, I know, but they have like sci-fi scanners and stuff.
Okay.
But it's one thing for the Sith to be like, "Ooh, Kalos is probably here," and there's another thing for anyone to just on a spaceship just be like, "Are there any life forms?" Click a button.
Yeah, but
right?
There are tons of animals. Okay,
that is a thing.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I know it's a thing. There's life forms, but there's.
I'm not going to say they're going to be good at it.
Here. Okay.
Jared's just trying to make sure that I get some skills. That's all. He wants me to roll for it.
Yeah, so I think I want you to make stealthy or inconspicuous.
How about speed?
Sure. Yeah, it can just be a matter of getting far enough away. Yeah. Your ob is
Can we
1.
Can we
it doubles to
get
2
an
if you're just doing speed.
advantage dice for the thingy thing that I just did?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but the ob is going to double to 2 because you're using a stat against a skill.
Oh, okay. So we just need to not roll less than a. Oh, we're the defenders. So.
Yes, that's true.
Right.
Yeah, if you get a 2, you'd be fine.
Wow.
There you go. Nice. Wow, that was really good.
All right.
All successes.
I need you to Chad. We got this. We got
Biaka,
this.
make a speed test. Ob 2.
Unless you have stealthy or inconspicuous, you can roll instead.
I don't think he does.
I thought I do have inconspicuous. No?
Check.
No, I don't know why I thought it. Oh no, it's being learned.
I get you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, go ahead and roll it on inconspicuous then if you want to, or you can do.
No, I'll
speed.
roll speed.
Well, you're better at the will.
Yeah, but it's being learned.
Yes, but so the issue, the difference here is either way, you're doing it against an ob 2.
It doesn't matter.
So what I'm saying is you'll have more dice with will.
Yeah. With inconspicuous, you'll be rolling 4 against a 2 as opposed to a 3 against.
Well, so and you would have just put in a 1 for that because it automatically doubles the obstacle, right? So it was an actual 2, not a 4. But you still failed anyway. Yeah, it doesn't matter anyway. You can spend a fate if you would like to reroll one of those failed dice.
No.
Okay.
I don't even know what we were trying to do.
Oh, so basically, this is you not getting picked up on the scanners of the Sith ships on your way to rendezvous with Ren and Nibbit.
They see us.
Sounds good.
Hear me.
Yeah.
When I see him start to lag behind, can I just fireman carry him with telekinesis along with me?
You're running slow too.
No, dude, I passed. I got a 4.
Oh.
Yes, I think you can attempt that.
What's the
it's whatever size he is here. Telekinesis.
Just keep in mind that carrying a ship was an ob 7.
Ob 4. It's based on size.
Okay, so telekinesis, I'll be rolling, and of course, force-wise, force tremors-wise.
Mm-hmm. You can mark a bubble on that inconspicuous, though, Biaka.
Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. I'm just stupid. There we go.
There you go. Yep.
I rolled max twice, basically. Holy cow.
Biaka starts to lag behind, and then you just suddenly feel yourself be lifted up off your feet and dragged along with the force.
Do I have to let him do that?
I mean, you could roll against him with telekinesis, but you'll probably fail.
No, he rolled a 7.
Yeah, exactly.
And you would have to use fate to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I need to get rid of a fate point.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
Force isn't free, guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, basically what happens, though, is we start to see the Sith, scour the planet looking for you guys. We see them land. And obviously, it's a couple of rookie Sith who land and are like, yes, we've sensed Kalos' presence. We're going to capture him for Exar Kun and be lauded as heroes. And then the Terran Tentic steps out of the ship, half on fire, obviously very mad, and just destroys them, just completely kills them all. So we see that little bit of snippet of stuff. And then Ren is carrying Nibbit on the ship, and Kalos is carrying Biaka, and you guys meet somewhere in I think you guys basically get to there's a canyon, right? This canyon, and there's a big rock bridge that goes across it, and you guys are on either side of this canyon, and we just see Ren on the ground and Kalos on the ground, and we see a ship behind Ren, Nibbit on top of it, and then Biaka behind Kalos, and they're both floating in the air, and you guys are staring at each other across the bridge.
Well,
what do you do?
We get on. Oh, well, I guess do you land?
So that's the question. Should I just fly over and like have you guys just like jump on all Qui-Gon style?
I mean, we'd have to roll.
You're in no immediate danger of having Sith attack you, so it's probably fine if you just land it. Just put it down.
Yeah. So I'll land it then.
Yeah. So Kalos and Bianca cross the bridge, and Ren, I mean, you know that the ship needs power. So
yep.
If only there was a certain Jedi that knew how to make some lightning, or teach some other people to use some lightning.
Who do I see this? This is the important part. Who do I see first? Is Nivit going to tell me to do lightning, or is
you would
Ren
see Ren first?
It's definitely
I don't know if Nivit, or I don't know if Ren would say it immediately.
I'm just gonna go up to Ren and try to punch him in the face. He's mad at Ren.
Okay.
Why?
You know why?
No,
you went unconscious trying to heal some stupid torso guy and left your Padawan to die.
I see.
Kalos, make a brawling test.
Oh, don't worry, it's not trained. This is mostly just for.
Okay, so power. Just Kalos and Ren just make opposing power tests.
Well, I'm gonna roll brawling so I can get the. But yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead and put being learned brawling.
Yeah.
If Ren fails, does that mean that the ship is going to crash into the ground?
Well, I assume it's already.
No, it's already landed.
It.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My
work.
Exactly.
Brawling is just power based, right?
It's based on power. Yep. Oh, at least I think so. Let me check. Sometimes I get these things wrong. Brawling is power and agility actually.
Oh, okay.
Based on both.
No, that's martial arts is based off of that. Power brawling is just power.
I'm looking at it right now. So it might be that way in the original Burning Wheel book, but at least in Star Systems, they made it power and agility.
Oh. Well, we should put it back because martial arts is power and agility.
I guess they think it's both.
Well, they're wrong.
What?
You were doing it right, Connor.
How do I? Was I doing it right with this?
That's it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so we're just rolling?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Wait, there's so many.
Yeah.
Oh, I might punch you in the face, Connor. Let's see.
He definitely has more stats here.
I figured he has more power dice, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It is going to double, though, so.
Well, I mean, you're both using stats at this
point. We're both
point,
using unlearned skills.
So put it at 1.
Brawling.
Yeah, put it at 1.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not paying it. I'm not smart. Okay, so 1. I'm sorry. My brain is
okay. And honestly, Ren actually, you get a free success as well, Kalos, after the fact because he has a wound still.
Oh, so I have a 4 then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 4. So you just deck me. Yep. Are you intending to cause damage?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it matters. I think you do.
I don't want to do like a damage dice, but
okay, you can do a superficial wound then.
Yeah. Like I didn't want to knock him out. I just wanted to, knock some sense into him. Yeah, superficial wound would be fine.
Yeah, so another superficial, which doesn't do anything more. If he gets a third one, then the obstacle penalty is changed to a -1 die penalty. Okay. So right now he has 2 superficial wounds.
Okay.
Yeah, so Kalos decks you across the face.
And I just yell, "You incompetent, selfish buffoon!" And then just a string of cussing.
Yeah. In Huttese, probably.
You realize your actions here left a Sith to protect your Padawan. He would have died. Because you had to go save Torso Boy in there and almost kill yourself.
I'm not a Padawan. You need to quit calling me a Padawan.
I'm sorry. I thought
HK12 says that Bianca's just like roaring and no one's understanding him, and then HK12 says out like, listen, my master is very irate.
No, I definitely would have called him Padawan. But yeah. From now he'll call you just Jedi. But yeah. Crap, I forgot where I was. You realize how easy it would have been for me to kill you, right? And him, let him die.
Isn't there like impending danger?
I mean, sort of impending.
Yeah.
They made a successful roll for it not to be impending.
Okay. You risked not only your life, but your Padawan's life, the life of the entire galaxy because of this mission, you failing this mission. All to what? Kill some torso boy because your Jedi code tells you to be selfless to fill that little hole this life puts in your heart. Except this is he's just sputtering at this point.
Yeah.
So I think Ren just has like a cold like look on his face the whole time. He's just like squinting at you, and then he says, "Are you about done?"
He like punches the wall really hard, and then
like the side of the ship.
Yeah.
So now you're done with your little temper tantrum.
Masters, it's so good to see you both getting along. As I just hop down from top of the ship.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this for so long. I can finally learn from both of you. Okay. But we should really get off this planet. I know you guys like to take your time and talk about this force thing, but I personally feel like we're in danger here. So, if you guys appreciate me and appreciate this group, I don't want to call us a family, but maybe something in that category, maybe it would be very grateful.
And then Bianca says, I agree with the Ewok. He calls him an Ewok.
Well, so no one knows what an Ewok is.
Why not?
No, Ewoks don't even just get discovered until the Empire era.
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
Can I make it a fact that we know what an Ewok is?
You say some other random alien, but yeah.
No, it's not funny anymore.
What are those little like the little kind of Ewokish things that are on Endor? They're like little rat things that you fight.
Well,
I
again,
just say I agree with the alien.
Okay.
Oh, you mean Womp Rats? Is that what you're talking about, Jared?
Well, those are not Kashyyyk. I don't think.
Oh yeah, I don't remember what you're talking about. Yeah,
The little rat things that you harvest their organs to make.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah. But yeah, I just sigh and say, "What do you need?"
Let's go.
Maybe it's Ren was telling me about how you can do some zappy zap.
Yes, where do you need it?
Follow me. And I take him into the engine area.
Yeah.
I follow him and just under my breath, I'm saying, "Would have been so easy. He was unconscious. Could have stabbed him."
What was that, Master?
Oh, nothing. You're doing great. You did.
Thank you. It's good to finally be the leader of the group.
You are definitely our leader. Don't let anyone tell you different.
Me too. I'm glad that you agree with my thinking.
All right. I zappy zap the
Ob 4 hatred test.
That's not good.
What are you trying to zap?
I'm like the battery.
The battery.
Like give it a jump start, essentially.
Does that work? Is that canon? Like, does it?
I don't know. I have no
We've
clue.
had like 3 episodes on this planet. We need to get
it. Can I tap in, hit fork in force wise, force tremors wise, and Sith doctrine wise? Because lightning's pretty integral to the Sith doctrine.
Can I help with showing him exactly where to do it somehow?
No, I mean that's what it's allowing him to make the roll.
Isn't this whole thing kind of like a jury rig though?
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can help him with jury rigging. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So
that makes sense.
Doing 4
prime the pump or whatever. Yeah.
I'll have 4 helps then from that.
What were you saying you wanted to fork in or whatever? Or actually you can't fork on hatred tests. No. It's an attribute. It's not a skill. So you can get help, but you can't fork.
Oh no. Then why would I ever do hatred skills as opposed to telekinesis?
Because you can't charge a battery with telekinesis.
We could just fly the ship together with the Force.
Yeah, we couldn't do that through space.
No, yeah, not long term for sure.
We need life support for one.
The ship does need to be on at some point.
Oh, you guys want to help me with something?
We don't have lightning.
Oh, do you have any other?
You could teach me how to do lightning.
No.
Okay. Well,
we'll take a good.
So you can spend a persona point to tap your hatred again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it says any ability.
But I'm using hate. Oh, so you can hatred.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, sorry. When it Sith tests a stat or skill. Yeah, you're right.
That is a stat.
No, it's an attribute. It's a separate thing. Oh. Yeah, health, steel, circles, resources, and the emotional attributes are attributes.
Gotcha.
Yep.
1 help from Nibbit. And based on 4.
Yes.
Chukaka.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's automatically open-ended, so.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
There you go.
I zappity zap.
You do indeed.
Master Ren was right.
Escape.
The ship
Master
turns
Carlos,
on.
You're amazing. I want to learn how to do that first.
I hope Ren is around for that, or some way. One of them's around for that one.
Only evil people can do what he just did, Nibbit.
Oh.
Nibbit sounds like you just cursed him, like
Nibbit.
Nibbit.
You little Nibbit.
Does Bioka actually say that?
Yeah, I'm back there.
I look to you and say, "Who saved me? Me or your? Who saved you? You, me, or your master?" And then I just walk away.
Wait, how did I?
Wait,
how come you couldn't get on the ship? I forget.
Went here. I think you need to take a time out as the leader. I feel is that you need to go over into. We don't exactly have like a storage unit here on the ship from us. We have a bathroom. You just sit in the bathroom for like a couple minutes and cool off, okay?
You're the leader?
Yes.
No, you're not the leader. You're our guest. You stowed away on our ship.
I say we put it to a vote, and then I look to HK.
Response. I am certainly qualified to tally a vote.
You get a vote. You're an integral member to the party.
Queer.
And then I look at
Are
HK.
you saying that droids have the same rights as humans? As other sentient beings?
Absolutely not, HK12. You're my property.
That sounds like.
And tell them what I just said. You're my property.
HK also sounds like something evil. I'm just saying.
Nibbit, you don't want to be like Kalos. Just trust me.
He saved you. He's charged the ship. He isn't enslaving robots and other people. I think he's kind of doing better than you.
Hey, Nibbit, remember Torso Boy? Remember him?
Yes. Yeah, what about him?
Yeah, how did he become that?
I don't know. But just when I saw him, he was Torso Boy.
He's always been Torso Boy. I thought that was his name.
You just hear from the other side of the ship him yelling, just, "He was trying to destroy the ship!"
So he was trying to destroy the ship.
Kalos cut him into pieces. What if he does that to you, Nibbit?
I trust Kalos with real life.
He would kill you, he would kill me too. He would kill all of us.
He had an instinct to kill Ren and he didn't do it. He was a perfect gentleman.
Because I was there.
You weren't there though. Not
you weren't there.
No, it was literally just
I got a coup de grace of like no one's.
Well, I wasn't there, so how would I know? How do I know? How can I trust you?
I don't think I can trust you, honestly. Like, out of everyone here, I feel like you're the one that really needs to take some time and figure out his priorities.
Just believe me, Nibbit. Just believe me, Nibbit. You don't want to be like Kalos. He's a bad guy.
Okay.
He would not hesitate to betray all of us, and he would be happy to. I would never do that to you.
Waka, as the leader, I will take
You're not the leader. You're not in charge here.
I appreciate you taking the time to bring this up. I'll truly appreciate what you're saying.
You are
Hey, Nibbit, you better respect me. I still have your other lightsaber.
You appreciate it. We affirm your emotions right now, Viaka.
I still have your other lightsaber, Nibbit. So.
What was that? And I ignites both of his lightsabers now because I think he has two working ones now. One red and
Where'd he get another one?
He fixed another one.
He had the parts of a couple, but he only had two working ones.
Well, I want to steal his red one.
Can I
roll telekinesis to take your red one.
He keeps doing this.
Are we really
Absolutely,
doing that?
I'm doing this. Absolutely.
Okay, all right.
He's disrespected me.
Yep, all right. Nibbit, you can roll telekinesis in response if you'd like, or Kalos and Ren can stand up for you. Ren, are you here? Do you want to stand up for...
He's not even there. He said he was yelling from across the ship.
I don't think we've actually described where Ren was yet, so...
No, Kalos is across the ship.
I did describe myself.
That's true.
I am within shouting distance.
Technically, you weren't even there when we started this situation, so
I just didn't say anything.
If Ren is here, I would totally believe that too. But
is Ren just standing there, like with fingers to his temples?
You do it. Don't you do it.
Do you have one or two? Can I fight him? I want to fight him.
On behalf.
Ren, are you gonna?
If you fight him,
I was just trying to get us to leave, but he wants to argue with me about who's in charge. So
who's piloting the ship?
I don't know.
Ren, where are you? What's happening?
We are in the engine room, as far as I know.
No,
Is the ship on?
I feel like Ren would be the person to stop this from happening if anyone did. So I'm asking, what is
Ren?
Ren?
Just says, guys, chill. Then I will.
You could have even just stepped in just recently, right?
Okay, yeah. So I'll just say that. I'd be like, guys, didn't we just all almost die? Can't we just move on?
That's why it's so tense. All right, fine.
Yeah, Chad's like, listen, I just wanted to play out the scene because we were all tense, and like that's what happened. Yeah.
Well, no, I figured that was legitimately Biaka's like answer to that question.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Biaka just calms down. Realm. He's right. We need to move on. And
I'm just ignoring Nibbit for the rest of the day.
Nibbit just walks into the next room, and then you just see him do a quick, puts his hand up, puts the lightsaber behind it, and does he flips him off with the lightsaber for just a moment.
We just see his fist. We see his fist, and then the lightsaber ignites in the middle of it. Yeah.
I want to program HK to just every time Nibbit talks to me, HK just says, "My master's not interested."
Okay.
Oh, poor Nibbit.
Are you smart enough to even reprogram him?
I mean,
I can just tell him.
You can literally just tell him to do that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Nibbit's going to the from area of the ship.
So now the question is, where are you guys actually going? Because I know there was going to be an argument about that of where you're headed.
Okay.
Right?
Masters, I'll need some coordinates if we're going to be able to get off this planet. So, could you please tell me where we're supposed to go?
Everyone just looks at each other.
I mean,
Master's not interested.
Do we have supplies? Because
so as you looked around the ship, honestly, literally, there are supplies here. There's like supplies you could sell too, actual cargo that they never got to sell.
Food.
Yeah. There's preserved rations, for sure. It doesn't look like the ship is. Yeah, for sure. So it literally seems, and I think you find a couple of bodies. So I think you put together probably this was a smuggler ship. The two smugglers got into an argument. They shot each other, and then their ship just was abandoned here, right?
Others trust me, but I am the best at scavenging. I only scavenge the top tier of rundown ships. We have everything we need.
Perfect. He's upset. He's like, that would have been a perfect excuse to not go directly to Coruscant.
Yeah, that's the thing. This ship still has Coruscant in its
yep
nav computer.
All right. Well, let's get because we have to go to the hyperspace lane first.
Yes, right? That is true.
So first thing first, we should just get away from the Sith ship, and then we can talk.
Master Ron, is that okay?
Yes. That's fine by me.
Okay, just so you know, I've only piloted a ship of this size one other time, and it was a complete fluke. I tried to pilot.
Sounds good. All right, let's make a pilot check.
We are not.
We're not
going to make it to we're not going to make it to the next planet.
So here's a question. Actually, this is a fun little idea. Nibbit, do you want to attempt to pilot, or do you want to attempt to scavenge this ship to maybe find an astromech droid that could pilot the ship for you?
That is a creative idea to get us out of crashing into the sun.
You know what? Let me do one quick walk around the ship. I feel
just to make sure I'm not forgetting anything.
I have a feeling.
Well, I mean, honestly, I can even think like this. I even think that this is probably like Nibbit already did a scavenging test before this, right?
Let's before the case do a scavenging.
Yeah. Let's make it an OB 3 test. OB 3 scavenging.
Okay. What can I add to scavenging?
Component wise, pirate wise, because it's a pirate ship.
Trove wise?
Trove wise, yep.
Survival, foraging.
I don't think so.
I mean, survival, us not crashing into the sun.
No, that's a couple steps away.
Okay, so 3?
Yeah, I think 3. Yep. Cool. Someone can help him if they have a skill that would help in the situation.
Meditation?
No, you probably weren't actually here during this. Now that I'm thinking about it.
The only person
go ahead and make
help is Bren.
Yeah, probably. But he was also lifting the ship, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, scavenging.
Gotcha.
Help 3. Wish me luck. What was it again?
OB 3.
You said 4?
OB 3.
OB 3, sorry. My headphones were like, oh, I'm about to die.
Almost. You can spend a fate to roll 1 failed dice. Oh, actually, you also have a call on for this. You choose that.
You do.
We're almost to the end of the session anyway, so.
Sure. I'll do the thing. How do I do that?
Yeah, so you get to reroll all failed dice. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I just need 1.
Yes, exactly.
All that minus the period.
Yep. There you go. Perfect.
And then is that routine?
Yeah, it's a routine. Yep.
Yay, just what I need.
More routines on scavenging. Apparently I need to make you do harder stuff.
I was kidding, guys. I found this cool robot that can be able to pilot the ship. I was just messing with the dark.
And so I think we see this astromech droid come around the corner. And I think the way that the cockpit is, like the ramp to the cockpit is slightly slanted downward. And so we see the astromech droid come around the corner and then start to like slide. And it can't quite get control of itself because it's like been deactivated for so long. And we just hear it go, wow, as it crashes into Nibbit. And it's just like lying on the ground. And then it just like whistles at everyone. And HK-12 says, he says that he would happily pilot, he would happily pilot the ship and make sure not to crash us into the sun.
Somebody please get this lit off me.
So where are we going?
That's
just away.
Just
away for now, right?
HK, have him take us to Coruscant.
Well, we can't do that just yet. We have to leave here first, get to the hyperspace, like where the hyperspace lane to Coruscant would start. before we go directly to. You can't just fly directly to Coruscant from here.
Well, I did once. Like I flew straight to someplace just immediately.
Yeah, that was in the same system, right? I believe. I think that's how. That
it was literally Nibbit just piloted us into orbit, and then did a random hyperspace jump, right? So this will be, and so this astromech droid's name is T2M9. So T2, it's probably how you pronounce it, right? Like you probably like emphasize it weirdly and be like T2. And
T2D2? What?
No, T2M9. But he is going to make a pilot check. And let me find the astromech.
How many times have we tried to get off the stinking planet?
Possibly more than this. We'll see.
No, don't say that game.
He has to make more excuses for there to be abandoned ships around.
It's a spaceship graveyard. Just by happenstance. All right, I'm just looking for the droid appendix here. Okay, cool. Astromech droid.
Oh no, they don't actually have flying.
Okay, is this a pilot of B4?
Okay. Oh.
Can I say that I own the astromech, and can I put that under my character sheet?
Sure, yeah. You're the one who scavenged it. You own it.
Yeah. It only listens to you. Think of this.
Okay. I'm trying to... Oh, there it is.
Okay. Range and cover.
So, is anybody gonna get this thing off me?
I lifted off of him with the force. With telekinesis.
Okay. You use a fate?
I mean...
we don't need it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah.
It's only if it's like a roll.
An actual roll, yeah.
That
I
matters.
have 2 fate. I'm just trying to get you guys down to my level.
No.
I've used all my fate just to keep the plot going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find... I know there's an... Come on. Here we go. Okay. So the idea is you're trying to get into orbit and away from the basically avoid the Sith ships and get into probably get to let's probably say like a neighboring planet in the system. Just you can like lose them and then have a safe spot to do a hyperspace jump. That's the equivalent basically on this op list at least. So that is going to be so you definitely have a rush on this. So it's going to be, let's see, ob 1.
I don't think we're necessarily in a rush since they're dealing
you are
with
because they're
crap
searching
I
the
left.
planet and they're doing scans and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be an ob 3 test to like get clear of the Sith blockade of the planet, basically. So pilot check. He has some forks to work with. So we'll do this. There you go. T2 makes it with flying colors, 5 successes, and
Nice.
exactly. And we see the ship blast into through the atmosphere. We definitely see like the classic the Sith fighters are on our tail. Everyone get to the guns, right? And we see the sequence, but like we don't have to make any rolls to play it out because you guys T2's doing it so elegantly, like flying the ship so elegantly that you guys are avoiding everything. And then you manage to lose the
None of us can gun anyway.
Exactly. Lose the Sith fighters around the other side of like a nearby moon, like the moon of this planet. And then you have a couple of like safe minutes to like plot a hyperspace jump, and then you can figure it out. So the plan is to jump to like closer to basically to. Well, we just have to make the roll because it's literally like you set where you're going to travel to, and you make one roll. So now is the time to decide where your guys are going. Because like, literally T2 can just plot a court to Coruscant and let it go on autopilot from there.
Well, then that's what we're doing. Absolutely.
I mean,
I just say that. I just tell the droid to fly to Coruscant.
Well, technically, T2 only listens to me. But okay, so are we going to Coruscant?
I mean, he's the one who programmed or revived it.
That doesn't matter. Is that true?
I think Nibbit is listening. The droid is listening to Nibbit for now.
I mean, unless someone wants to...
Someone can make a roll to like persuade the droid.
Yeah, nobody else has jury rigging.
I mean, or someone could literally make a roll to persuade the droid, right? Like it actually...
nobody has persuasion.
Intimidate the droid.
Yes, you could also do that.
But
you bucket of bolts. I'll turn you into a scrap heap if you don't listen to me. Sure, you can get some dark side points if you want.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I like T2 more than most of the party. Nibbit excluded in that. Nibbit's great.
I'll appreciate that. So Coruscant this time?
How about we hold on for that for just a quick second?
So Ren, I don't think he wants to go to Coruscant.
Wait, I don't... Nibbit, you don't want to go to Coruscant either? Why?
No, I'm just sorry. I didn't say anything.
I don't want to get in the middle of this.
Yeah, I do a little quotes. The masters need to have a discussion where we're going.
Okay, I am just gonna totally level with Kalos and be like,
I'm gonna totally level with you, Ren.
Oh gosh.
And I have a speech. I have a talking ability to back it up.
And then Nibbit leans over to Bianca and is just like, $5 on Ren to convince Kalos to go to Coruscant.
It's credits.
Credits, sorry, I couldn't think of it fast enough.
So
you hear HP say, "Master is not."
I absolutely.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what HK12. No, so HK12 says, "My master is not interested in discussing. Though, however, if I had credits, I would certainly take your wager." Actually, I have access to my master's bank account. I'll take your wager.
I love the droid in this party. Okay. But yeah, do you want to say your piece first, Connor, or should I say my piece first?
Oh, I think he wants to say his piece first. He says, well, really, he just wants to ask you a question. He just says, "Okay, level with me. Why don't you want to go to Coruscant?"
Well, I mean, for the obvious reason, they're gonna, take my connection to the Force, and that's akin to death.
They have no intention of doing so.
You don't.
No, they don't. I know these people.
That's a lie. Definitely
Wait, what?
A lie. No, we already said like that's what they do.
We literally made a roll.
We made a roll for this. That's what they do to Sith. They force sever them and banish them.
No, but that's not what we were sent here to protect him.
Yes, that's
true. Not to bring him.
That's fair. There are probably you're right. You're right. And Kalos, this is what you know, Ren. You know that if Kalos is repentant, they'll take him back with open arms because he's a very valuable person. And if they can get him on their side, they would rather do that. They'll definitely pull a Revan here if they can, right?
Okay.
But there are definitely going to be people on the Jedi Council who say he's too dangerous, force sever him, put him in the dark, put him on Belsavis.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's probably what.
You don't want to send me to Belsavis, do you, Connor?
I don't, and that's the
like that. I mean, is that something I would know being part of about Belsavis and all of that?
I don't think so. I think it's like recent enough what Ren did there that like it's not common knowledge. Ren and some of the other Jedi Masters would know about it, but you might not.
That makes sense.
I mean, you were a Padawan when you left the Jedi Order, so.
Yeah. Should I roll like a Jedi doctrine to see if I know? Or
it wouldn't be Jedi doctrine. It would literally be like Belsavis wise or something, or planet wise or something, right?
I'm not even gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just say I don't know.
Yeah, sounds good.
But yeah, I'd say you're foolish to think that at least, if not most, at least a majority will want to strip me of my force capabilities. And
I mean, Ren, you know you don't want that to happen, so you can just basically say, like, listen, I will plead for you. I will make sure it doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, but like anything, like I'm not going to just plead for you. Like I'm going to make sure that this doesn't happen. Like that's my goal here. Kind of a situation.
Tell him that.
Right. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm like this isn't just me like not wanting this to happen to you. I'm saying I won't let this happen to you. What?
I need you to roll a persuasion.
Unbelievable.
Against my will.
Just fight him, Connor.
Good luck. You got -2, -3 dice right now.
-1.
I'll help him.
+1 obstacle. That's it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, we haven't escalated to that point yet.
So yeah. you want me to roll a persuasion?
I mean, just for the so you can get it freaking unlocked. But that wouldn't even help. You just get a stat thing. So yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I haven't even have it started yet. But
we'll say for now he's undecided on if he actually believes you or not. But what he's going I'll just.
What's
say
persuasion in? Is it
will?
Okay.
But yeah, my actual argument that I'm going to use, other than saying that, I'll just go into character. But what I'm really shocked about is why you'd want to bring me to Coruscant. Have you not seen what they've been doing? If you bring me to Coruscant, they are just going to sack the Jedi Temple. They are going to rain hellfire down upon it to get to me.
And what's your plan?
Do you really think the Jedi in the state they are right now could? You felt? Do I know the name of the guy on the ship?
Oh yeah, Exar Kun. Yep.
You felt Exar Kun, didn't you? There's no way you couldn't have. Do you think the Jedi could, as they are now, could withstand the brunt of that?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Really?
Am I listening? Are me and Nibbit still there?
Connor, just it's like a character thing, like after your whole revelation thing that the Jedi need to change and all that.
Oh yeah, no, he 100% thinks that they can withstand it. Does he think that they're like good enough, or like do they need to be better to help everybody? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. But he for sure thinks this is the only option. Like they can withstand it, and if they can't, nobody can.
Okay.
Chad, it is my understanding that we are like in the hallway right outside of the main cockpit.
Oh, is that what someone write that somewhere, or you just never mind?
Chad was wanting to know, like, if we were there, able to see it.
Oh, you're writing in the message. Okay.
Is there any way an ugly truth roll would persuade you that they are going to, and not only attack the temple, but legitimately millions upon millions of civilians will die in that attack?
Yeah, he's just not following your logic. Like you're like, yeah, let's like not go to the Jedi.
Oh, okay.
And he's just like, what? Like what? I guess he probably just says like, what's your solution? They found you.
You know why they found me. You led them to me. I was on Tatooine for a full year.
Did we figure out? Did we make rolls to figure out whether or not that was for sure true, or was that just a guess? I don't remember.
Did
the Sith say
that we got? Yeah, he said that we made a roll to figure out like how he found us, and he said you led me to him, or you led us.
Well, the issue is it was just a matter of time. Like the Jedi found you, and if you think the Jedi can't withstand the Sith, they would have found you. Like, why are you thinking that you can just go this alone and just withstand the Sith forever? What do you think's going to happen when they do find you? Are you going to be able to take them out?
I mean, I've been doing well so far. He's just convinced about. He's convinced
this has nothing.
Oh, okay. Sorry. You go on.
Well, this has nothing to do with what's right. This has nothing to do with the wisest decision. You just hate the Jedi. You just have no interest in doing anything that isn't about you.
Anything that isn't about me. Yes, I'd like to go to the organization that kidnapped me and stripped me from my family and put me with a man who brought me to Korriban and tortured me for 12 years. Yes, I would love to go back and support that institution. Kidnapping children all across the galaxy to train them to be their mind-washed little puppets, to go fight battles and be slaughtered. Like, what are you even? Of course I don't want to go back.
Yeah, he just shakes his head at that. Like, you have no idea what you're talking about. Like,
I want to roll an ugly truth there.
There's no way you can convince him.
Yeah, I know. I want to roll it. I still want to roll it though. I want to get that. I want to get that up. I want to get that sweet check.
All right.
What's the odds, Connor? 32.
I mean, not 32, but I get an 8.
All right, I'm gonna fork it. I'm kidding. Oh no!
Oh my gosh!
I mean, he said the thing, so
yeah. He shrugs it off like, you have no idea what you're talking about. He just says that you have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, well.
So now the question is, are you guys gonna
we're at an impasse?
Yeah, escalate here, or just acquiesce? Either way, I think we cut the scene.
Okay.
There, right? But we should get the last line of like, either we're gonna escalate right now, or just like fine from either one of you.
How are we gonna fight?
Okay, I think Ren reads the situation and just says, "How about a contest?"
Screen face to black.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the idea would be Ren and Kalos fight each other. Whoever wins gets to choose their destination.
No, not some sort of contest. I'm thinking like Pizak.
Like Pizak? God, there's like an actual skill for that, and neither of you have it.
Is it will based or is it perception based?
Whoever can successfully teach Nibbit to use the Force first.
You guys just camp out on this moon.
Yeah, for the first person to teach Nibbit how to do a horsepower. Yeah, I think so. I think
according to the rules, in his mind, that'll buy me at least a couple years. I want. Does Nibbit actually proffer that as a plan? I please do.
You mean does Ren?
Oh no, does Nibbit like chime in for that to be like what our contest should be? I feel like that's something he might.
That's something I would say, but I was wondering if that's where Ren was going with it.
That's not, but I didn't have a place where I was going with that.
Well, I'm listening because my stupid instinct.
The only problem with this is that Bianca doesn't get to do anything then.
Oh, true. Well, we can make it short though.
Seeing as how you're injured, I'll give you a handicap.
Oh, there we go. Okay, that'll balance the rolls out.
Yeah, Biaka can help Ren.
Yeah, because there's two of us. That's the point. I'm like, there's two of us. So if we can teach him to use the Force before,
is that actually
before you use him to use the Force? Yeah, I think that would be.
Yep, that makes sense to me.
And that makes sense that you would agree with that, not just for the rules' sake, but there are 2 Jedi and there's one of you.
Cool. So in the meantime, we need to navigate to a planet.
Neither of us have anything that could do that. So you know.
Well, I would assume Caleb would allow us a different role besides instruction.
Mm-hmm.
Right? More like us rolling Jedi Doctrine or Sith Doctrine?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay.
Teacher, please take us to the nearest isolated planet that we can be hidden from these supposed Sith people that are supposedly dangerous.
Well, we could do that, or we can just stay in space.
Yeah.
We're gonna do training in space.
So I think it makes more sense to like navigate to a nearby system. Land
we have to have
he wants us to move because
we have to have a forest episode of training.
No, the droid succeeded. That was literally enough too.
Okay.
It was literally just to navigate to a neighboring star system. That's what's happening.
Are we going to have a beach episode?
I think that's
let's have a beach episode.
And we'll go ahead and end it there. So let's do some bits real quick and call it a session. So Ren, let's go through your beliefs and instincts.
I forgot about my beliefs. Okay, the Jedi are becoming complacent. I will be different. I will start by waking up from this coma and act. I succeeded at that.
Persona?
So that's Persona. The Jedi are right to want Kalos back to Coruscant. I will bring Kalos to the Jedi Council. I will start by helping to get us off this planet.
You did? Persona point?
I did. Okay, and then I must be more than the Jedi. Well, I did not write that correctly. I must be more than the Jedi. Oh, no. I must be more.
I must be more than a Jedi.
Well, no, I mean the Jedi as a whole. I must be more than what the Jedi are.
Got it.
I must be more than the Jedi in order to make a lasting impact on the galaxy. I will use this time in my mind to learn what the Force really is, which I technically succeeded at.
You're working on it. There's still more stuff.
We haven't done the flashback yet.
Exactly. So fate point.
Okay. I can never turn my back on those who need my help. It didn't really get me into.
Yeah, I don't think that was the direct reason for anything that like.
Never turn my back to a Sith. Always carry my lightsaber.
Take a fate point for haunted by luminous beings. I mean, it's definitely causing you problems and moving things in an interesting direction and stuff. So.
Okay.
There you go. That's it for bits for you at least.
Yep.
Kalos.
This place is not safe from the Sith, so we must escape. Next, we will escape.
Yep. Persona point.
Yay.
You used your lightning to help. You defeated the bounty hunter. You didn't kill him, but you defeated him. So persona point. And you haven't rolled to attempt to teach him Nibbit in the ways of the Force, but you will next time. Yeah.
I showed him lightning.
You didn't make a roll to teach him that or help him to do that. So I'll go ahead and give you Never Trust a Jedi or a Sith for that matter. Like just immediately pushing against Ren, right? Obviously pushes you into an interesting direction. I think Never Leave a Challenge Unanswered is fate point for this session. I mean, because of Ren, you actually accepting Ren's challenge, right?
Okay.
Other than that, I don't think your trait's gotten to anything.
I mean, just being a Sith continues to get us into trouble every time because they're hunting me for that.
But
reason.
You didn't actually get into trouble, really. More so than you already were in this session, right?
I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 Persona, 2 Fate?
I think so, yes.
Sweet.
Nibbit. You're certainly using these strange figures to figure out a way to use the Force, to use the lightsaber, but I don't think you made a roll towards that this time. It was kind of, things were getting decided, but you didn't actually work on it yourself. Next time you'll probably have more of a way to make some rolls on that, though. You found a way off the planet, so Persona point. And yeah, I guess belief 3 also is going to be for next time. Always scavenging materials. I'm going to give you a fate point for, because specifically the astromech droid situation, I think that moved the story in a fun, interesting direction by adding a new character. Or no, sorry, that wouldn't be that. It would be, I would give you a, I'll give you a fate point for the right skill, right time. That's what that is, because you needed a pilot, and you're like, I can scavenge a pilot. I don't think any of your traits really got us into trouble or anything this time.
Always look to my own survival. Or either of those two might be for leaving Bioka and I.
Oh yeah, that's
tried.
True. Yep,
I tried.
Yeah, I'll give you a fate point for always look to my own survival / always follow the easiest, most straightforward way to my goal.
Gosh darn Ren, trying to save his Wookiee non-Padawan.
All right, cool. Bioka. I don't know if you determined if Kalos can be trusted, but you did help Kalos on this barren planet. So
he worked.
Persona point.
He worked on.
Did he make a roll towards determining if Kalos could be trusted?
I mean, fighting with me.
Yeah, fighting with him, but I like if you had made like a tactics roll or something to come up with a plan together, like that sort of thing would have been more along those lines. You do get a persona for helping Kalos on this barren planet, though. And you're certainly working towards making sure Nibbit needs to be trained by a Jedi. You didn't make any rolls, but the mere fact that you had the belief is causing tension between the party. So you can get a fate for that.
Okay.
You guys better hope I have enough fate for this training montage.
I think that's probably it for you, though. This is a Bioka light episode. Okay, and then let me look at...
not trusting Jedi and getting angry.
Yes, but...
It didn't come into trouble, but it caused tension.
Yeah, but that, I feel like that was just the same thing as the don't let Nibbit be trained badly. So we can get one fate for the general thing that happened, but only for one of those things. So... Otherwise, we got humor. Fate point is earned if a player can stop the table dead with humor while in character. Do we have any moments like that?
I feel like Bioka, but okay.
What can you does anyone remember a particular moment for either of the characters?
Oh, when Lance was telling Bioka to chill out, that he was the leader. That killed me.
Yeah, I think we can nominate Nibbit for fate point there. Lance, did you have an idea for a specific Bioka scene that made you laugh?
I was just through that whole argument, just really got me going.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yep, you can get another fate point for that, Bioka, for making Lance laugh. Right skill, right time. We already gave one to Nibbit. I'll give one to Kalos, right, for having lightning. That's certainly...
I've never gotten this one before.
That's certainly an applicable one.
Still would have loved to see Ren use Force Lightning because he didn't have a choice.
Yeah. Well, we'll wait until the next time you guys are stranded on a planet.
Oh, well, that's basically all we've done so far. Mm-hmm. Who knows when it'll happen again.
Embodiment, when a player captures the mood of the table perfectly and further drives the story onward, 1 persona point is awarded. Moments like great speeches, desperate decisions, or gruesome revenge. I'd like to nominate Ren for the entire dream sequence thing that he had. I think there were a lot of fun moments there that were really engaging. So persona for you, Ren. And then honestly, I'm gonna give Ren another persona for a mold breaker, right? If a player comes to a point in the story where his beliefs, instincts, and traits conflict with the decision he must make, a direction in which he must go, and he plays out the inner turmoil in a believable and engaging manner, that he earns a persona point. That was all Ren today, right? Everything he did was that. Was him struggling with beliefs and stuff that he was figuring out. Otherwise, it's just Steel tests empathy and hatred. So for Steel, we have News of a relative dying, weird low-grade supernatural phenomena, witnessing violence. So let's work from highest to lowest, actually. Let's see, no one had that.
Quick question. Does Bioka know what the terms of the competition were?
I think so.
So, I heard it.
Okay.
Would you agree with
there
it?
Might be. I mean, we could have cut it like right when he said what the
right.
terms
Yeah.
were.
Obviously, we can figure that out next time.
Yeah.
But
because I think there might be some contention there because he doesn't want me to. He definitely doesn't want me to teach.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. We can figure that out next time. Ob 5 to Callus and Byakhta. All 5 steel tests for Callus and Byakhta for fighting in that battle with the bounty hunter.
What is that for? 5.
That's difficult.
Dude. Well, I leveled up steel.
Oh, nice. Byakhta, what do you have for steel?
Again.
6.
That's a difficult for you as well.
Nice.
What's hesitation ob?
That is the ob you roll against when you make a steel test. Let's see.
So you'd be rolling against a 6 against a 5. Can you do that?
I got it.
Just double checking what else happened this time.
Connor's hallucinations.
Yeah. Witnessing or being a party to spirit activity. Ren, that's an ob 5 steel test for you, so you can mark whatever that is for your steel. What do you have for steel?
Okay. I have 3 steel.
Oh, right, you have a G3, yeah. So that's a challenging for you.
Test.
Oh, nice.
So you don't need that. Yeah.
All I need is routine.
I punched him in the face.
You did, yeah.
Is that a routine?
That is, I think so.
A real reason.
You're welcome.
Thank
you.
Did Byakhta get hit by anything during the fight?
No,
he had a sustained fire.
I don't think it was a sustained artillery barrage. It's a little bit different. It wasn't quite that level. I think just an ob 5 for both of you for the entire battle that was happening.
Okay.
Because I just participating in a mass battle is the idea.
Gotcha.
What's battle like? I don't know. I haven't been in one.
Yeah, it's true. And I don't think Nibbit had any stressful steel situations. I think that is it for steel. Just hatred and empathy real quick and we can call it. Hatred.
Punch Connor in the face.
That's true. I think you might actually get a test for hatred. All right. So let's start with empathy. We'll start high and go low. Let's see. None of these. I'm wondering if one of these might have come into play. Sticking your neck out for someone who doesn't deserve it. Mediating a conflict between two parties without taking sides.
You did that with Bioka and Nibbit.
And Nibbit, yeah. That's a 4 empathy test, Ren. Which might, I think you have a low empathy too, so that might be just another challenging for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that doesn't give you anything. Embracing the consequences of your own failure with humility. Did you do that today, Ren?
I don't know if it was with humility.
That's fair.
I think it was with. I think it was the exact opposite.
I think you're right. Yeah.
There, I deserve it.
Acting in contradiction of an instinct in order to help someone in need. Taking the side of the underdog only because they would otherwise be alone. Tending another's wound. dissuading someone from enacting revenge, protecting someone from physical harm. Any of those happen today, Ren?
I mean, I protected everybody from physical harm in terms of like I brought the ship to them for them to escape, but also
let's do Ob 1, providing sanctuary to someone in immediate need.
Okay.
Right. Getting the ship to them. So that's an Ob 1 empathy, which is a routine for you, which is what you need.
Okay. Finally got some advancement with empathy.
Speaking out against injustice or cruelty, consoling the grief-stricken or the angry. Either of those.
Certainly didn't console me while I think. I mean, his face consoled my fist. That helped.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so. And then hatred. So you should also, Connor, be in notes, noting down any tests you're getting for hatred.
Okay.
Because that can also unlock hatred if you do too many of them. So for hatred, let's see. None of this higher stuff. Exploiting the principles and ideals that others live by. Did anyone happen to do that today?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I necessarily did.
Might be a lower version. Rewarding subservience, seeking someone's downfall before they can become a rival, conspiring against a friend or a loyal ally, dredging up the past to bring out the worst in others.
If I had known Connor's past, maybe, but I didn't.
Attacking the helpless, punishing someone for opposing you, leveraging the hesitations or inhibitions of another to your advantage, laying claim to something you know still belongs to another. Biaka. You get a test for hatred, towards hatred. You attempted to lay claim to something you know still belongs to another.
Oh, the lightsaber.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So how do I do that?
So just find somewhere on your character sheet to make a note, because you don't have the attribute yet, obviously, but just make a note somewhere that you have one test towards hatred.
I need to start paying. Okay, I've only ever been paying attention to this for myself. I need to start paying attention to this for other people too.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say? It's a routine?
It would be just a test towards it. Yeah. Like a little bubble, like you're learning the thing.
So you don't have it opened it yet, so just any test will be it'll
little bubble. Yep.
What happens if he opens it?
He gets hatred instead of empathy. Exactly. You got to make sure you don't go down the dark side. Yep.
How many does he need to open?
Oh, you lose empathy.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So aptitude for it is. Oh man, I don't know. Where is that? Here we go. Equal to your will exponent. So for you, Ren, that's only 4.
Oh, Ren, you best be careful.
And Biaka, I think, he probably has a similar. He might have 5, but
5 hatred?
No, you have 4 will. Okay, so you have 3 more tests. So you have to be careful here. Biaka can't. He has to be careful. Or else
Darn, I wish we had been doing this since episode 1, because you would have gotten it for taking it the first time.
Well, so the thing is, he didn't actually take it the second time, so this is really only for the first time.
Okay.
Right?
But I tried to lay claim.
So it's laying claim, not attempting to lay claim.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying, is basically like it's for the time he did actually do it.
That poor guy on Tatooine.
I just didn't roll for it today, did I?
Well, you didn't actually do it, right? You were going to, and then Ren stepped in. So
3 more, and I'm officially dark side.
Yes, you have to be careful.
Maybe I'll make him evil. It annoys him.
Is that annoying that you're going to change your dark side?
Yeah. Everyone just turns to the dark side because of it.
No, it's great. He's turning them to the dark side, but he's bringing me back.
We're all trying to get into equilibrium.
There you go.
Isn't that the
Force always tries to
balance? Fair. That's fair.
But the thing is, with the game system, it's really hard to get gray. That's what we're struggling with.
Yeah.
So seemed really punishing for Jedi.
Yeah, I mean it's supposed to be, right? Like, Kalos, you can take a routine for hatred for punching Ren.
Okay.
Because you provoke someone to violence, right?
Oh, what was the lightning roll that I made earlier?
Oh yeah. I think it just counts for that whatever that test was for hatred, right? So it's a routine.
Okay. All right,
cool. There you go. That is Lords of Hatred. We may have more than one after
Lord
this
of Hatred.
Yep. Well, I mean, Lords of Hatred, I think, are typically in the campaign are actually referring to Exar and Ulik. Those are the two Lords of Hatred I'm actually referring to in the title.
Okay.
But Kalos is also you could be a Lord of Hatred. Ren and Biaka could turn to Lords of Hatred. Nivet is the only person in the game who actually is not affected by the dark side or the light side of the Force. So just by the virtue of the game mechanics. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Nivet you'll not have to worry about that.
I'm the only one that has the possibility of becoming truly gray.
Truly gray, exactly.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah. I feel like Nivet is just like the sort of innocent soul who just doesn't feel the pull, you know? Cool. There you go. That's been Lords of Hatred. We'll be back next time for another episode. We are out. Adios.
Bye-bye.